Well, actually...
Yeah, I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked cause I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time. This one's for my wife, could've left 1,000 times just about my side. This one's for the grind, I knew it would happen, just had the strength in my mind.
It's the Travel OG, and welcome to the Black Manosphere Conclave 5.0!
We got started in 2021 in Atlanta, united in the pursuit of excellence in all things. It's been one hell of a ride.
Can I tell you what's on my mind? Cause I've been thinking about it for quite some time. Hey, can you give me a moment to declare my love? Can I tell you what's on my mind?
We're now focusing more on opportunities for men, in particular passport bros. Guys who go abroad, they want to have a different lifestyle, they want to have a different achievement abroad. Oh yeah, there's without a doubt the narrative has changed for us greatly.
I just finished speaking and having a chance to tell individuals about how to live the American dream outside of America. And I was here to help so many men when it comes to understanding what they need to do in order to relocate.
With the political climate, things that are happening worldwide, guess what? Nobody's coming to save us. So it is indicative that we all bound together, tighten up like a fist, and strike a mighty blow against everything that's fighting to stop us, man.
It's nothing but good, positive people, good, positive energy with one goal in mind, and that is to make money, get the hell out the Matrix, and enjoy your life. You dig? So shout out to all of y'all. Theme music!
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This your man Marcus A. Brown, and I'm here to tell y'all that I just got done with my first consultation with the brother Andre of Love Crossing Borders. I just wanted to give him his praises. I need y'all to do two things if you haven't already. If you haven't, subscribe to his YouTube channel, Love Crossing Borders. Also, if you are going to Colombia, if you're thinking of going anywhere, traveling internationally, please consider booking a consultation with the OG Andre of Love Crossing Borders. You will not be disappointed. And y'all, get in tune with him if you haven't already. Tell him MAB sent you. Peace.
Where are all the black men? And I'm not talking about the scammers, the drug dealers, the robbers, and the crooks.
Well, actually...
Shout out to all you guys that are here with Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders. Let me get my earpiece in and we can get started, gentlemen. Yes, sir. Every time I think we got a doozy, we got one that's more of a doozy. I was just eating some Tic Tacs. Let's get ready to get started with this live stream. Let's bring some music in, gentlemen. Shall we? Got 39 in the building. Make sure you guys click the like button. We like you. Make sure that you like us too. Let's bring us some music real quick because I got some things I need to say. Over the last, I would say 9 months, you can push it to a year. Countries such as Colombia and Thailand have been cracking down on individuals just coming into their country and hadn't been necessarily examined who that person was. Over the last 9 months, we've seen hundreds of men and a few women turned away in Medellin, Cartagena, not being able to enter the country. Doesn't matter if you have a reservation. Doesn't matter if you know somebody in Colombia. If you're not the right fit, unlike the past, They're making sure that you do not come into the country because they're cracking down on a particular type of person with a passport. And that person that they're cracking down on in Thailand as well as Colombia is the passport pookie. Now, some might deny that there's no such thing as a passport pookie and men can do what they want to do. They're grown men with grown men money, and I agree with that. But as we all know, no matter how we feel, if one person acts a fool, they're going to judge as if we're all acting a fool. So now these countries are starting to crack down. They're not just going to let you whimsically enter into their territory. Well, one of the men that has caused countries to start to crack down is the YouTuber JRello. We're going to look at his story, and we're going to look at the story of another passport pookie. Both these men have found themselves in trouble over the last, in JRello's case, the last 72 hours. In the case of the passport pookie, the other brother, well, he got incarcerated in DR because of his stupidity. Once again, this is fair warning, maybe even a public service announcement to let you guys know that they're cracking down, not on men with passports, not on women with passports, but you passport pookies, I'm here to tell you, your days are numbered. Shout out to all you men that are here with Andre and Andrea Love Crossing Borders. Glad to see you guys here. Oh, it's gonna be a doozy tonight. It's gonna be a doozy. I'm coming straight for the skull. Remember Thanos said in Avengers, he said you should have went for the skull. Instead of trying to chop my hand off with the Infinity Glove, you should have went for the skull. Yeah, I'm going for the skull tonight. That's serious. Y'all thought I went at Anton. Where do you get a load of me? Where do you get a load of me? Shout out to all you brothers that are here. Thank you for your patience, gentlemen. Really do appreciate that. I really, really do appreciate that. You and your patience. Let's get started with the shout out, shall we? I've got my brother Dale in the building. Dale is numero uno tonight. Shout out to you being here. We got Kenny Peoples. He say, we're here early, ain't we? Yep, we're here early. From now on, it's 6:30 instead of 7 o'clock. So we'll be here at 6:30 doing the live stream. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Kenny. Good evening to you once again, Kennedy. He says, sir, he said, you're early tonight. He said, good luck with the cloud engineering certification. Thank you very much, my brother Kenny. And all of you guys that are focusing on getting your certification for cloud, AWS, GCP, and other certifications that you're getting to get into the cloud engineering career. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to Simple Logic being in the building. Them BA boys are at it again. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, brother. And shout out to Rico in the building. Brother Rico being here. He say, so we early tonight? He say, what's up, chat? Wait a minute. Let me ask you guys something. I got a question for you guys. Because you guys keep saying we're early. Is it daylight savings where you guys are? What time is it where you guys are? Let me know what time. It's 6:53 here. Remember, I mentioned a couple of days ago, we're going to start doing the live streams 6:30. Is it daylight savings? Because you guys are saying as if I started after 6 or something. I mean, after 5. So let me know what time it is out east where you guys are. Like I said, right now it is 6:54 Eastern time, as far as I know. But daylight savings could have happened and things could have changed, and I could be here a little earlier. Shout out to David Dice of the Dice family in the building. He said, "Family, we go." Andre and Andre, salute to you as well, and our chat brothers. Yes, sir. Let me scroll down a little further. We got our brother Bean in the building. He said, what up, Dre? He said, how you feeling? I'm feeling pretty good tonight on a Monday night, man. I'm excited about this weekend. I'm excited about this. Oh, it is early. Woo. Oh, that's Central. Okay, that's Central. So that's Central. Okay. Let me know what time it is Eastern where you guys are out in the East. Are you VA boys? Are you Florida boys? Are you New York, Philly boys? Let me know how it is out East, what the time is out East, so I know if I haven't missed daylight savings. But yeah, today is pretty good. I'm excited about the Super Bowl this weekend. I'm excited to hang out with you guys, have a good time. So yeah, oh yeah. My man Style King is in the building. Yes, sir. He said, another one? Yeah, brother, another one. These brothers do not know how to sit themselves down. We try to give these passport pookies the benefit of the doubt. But nah. These dudes need to be left to their demise. They don't want words of encouragement. We can't tell them anything. You know, Razor Ray, shout out to Razor Ray. He tries to tell these guys, hey, act like you got some sense in your head. BC Rob try to tell these guys, act like they got some sense in their head. All you other content creators. And yet, they think since they got you know who reminds me of passport pookies? Anton Daniels. Yeah, I said it. I'll say it again. Brother Anton Daniels act just like a passport pookie. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by Anton acts like a passport pookie? He acts like he ain't never had any money in his pocket and he ain't never had no coochie before. Anybody that hasn't had some, let's say Anton was messing around with the little cute Latina that he been walking around with. Any brother that's married know the number one rule is what? Shut the heck up. Keep your mouth closed. If you smashing this chick behind your wife's back, keep your mouth closed. Any true player know that. But since Anton got a few dollars, he think that he can flex chicks in front of his wife's face because he's just discovering money. He ain't always had money, you can tell. Same thing with these passport pookies. They ain't never got no pretty coochie, and they ain't never had no dollars in their pocket. They ain't never had a passport. They ain't never traveled. And they try to make us all look bad. Yeah, I know in our community, we talk about, hey, that's him, not me. But it doesn't matter because I don't care if it's Floyd acting a fool. I don't care if it's JRello or any other of these pseudo content creators. I just call them content creators because they don't influence anybody. These are not influencers. And you know, I never talk about this young dude, JRello, but I am talking about him as far as this. Let's put it like this. I'm not talking about JRello, and I'm not going to be talking about the young man that's a passport pookie that we're going to be watching him as well tonight. So we got two pookies tonight, like a double feature movie. And I'm here to tell you guys, listen, just because you got some money in your pocket, act like you got some sense in your brain. I'm serious. Well, Andre, you can't tell me what to do. I can't tell you what to do. I wish you would tell you what to do. You caught that? It don't matter if I say it or J. Clyde, T-Mac, and all the other brothers in Medellin reminds you, Will. All the dudes in Medellin tell you. It doesn't matter if in DR, with this mess with JRello now, in DR, this dude is sitting up here now. He not only have a civil charge against him, now the guy in the situation with JRello has filed this week a criminal charge against this dude. So now he got DR looking for him. So yeah, I can't tell you nothing, but it should be you that should be telling you to do something wise. But shout out to all you guys that are here, gentlemen, Bueller. Thank you for supporting by way of PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Appreciate you, gentlemen. Jay Kaysen is in the building as well. Mr. Kaysen representing. Salute to T-Mac in the building also, the Medellin men. My brother Nick, once again, good evening to you, brother. And Profe being in the building, representing. Glad to see you. He said, colored folks running late as usual. Running late as usual. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Don, aka Don the Don JP is in the building. Good evening, Andre, and to all the chat. Glad that you're here, every one of you guys. Let me scroll down, see who else I can get with our intro. We won't be taking too long today, gentlemen. Our brother Tevin King is in the building, so we know we're doing something right. Tevin says, greetings, everyone, and happy Monday. It's an official Black History Month. Yes, it is. We're going to be doing a Black History episode, U.S. history, and then we're going to do a Black History Global. It's time for us to start learning about what Black people have done globally that we assume that was done in the United States. Not necessarily. It was not necessarily invented in the United States or patented in the United States. There are so many things that have been created by our brothers and sisters in other parts of the diaspora. So we're going to talk about that this month as well. Shout out to you guys. Once again, shout out to my man Nick being in the building. He said, yes, sir, we go. We're for the Flicky Stickies here. What? Yes, sir. He said, it's about to be lit. You know how I am, and you know how I get the Detroit boys.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Don't play with me. You know how I am. East side all the way. Shout out to Mom Spaghetti being in the building. Salute to you as well, brethren. Salute to you as well. And my brother Devin, once again, he said, more things change, the more things they stay the same. That is so true. That was even a song back in the 70s. That is so true. Dudes do not learn. Every time you think that it's up to par, and then here's the part. The same guys that cry that Medellin won't let them in and they turn them around on their flight, they know why. They know that they have a bad reputation in Colombia, and yet they try to get on a plane and come back to Colombia. I don't get it. So DR is looking at, listen, they're tired of it too. Shout out to my man 313 in the building. Glad to see you here. What's up, fam? What up, dope? And shout out once again to my brother Profe being here. C says this. Shout out to Charles in the building. He said, I'm going to be honest. He said, I'm glad that these passport bros and passport pookies don't really check for Europe like that. It's a lot of brothers out in Europe. I don't know why y'all think that brothers ain't out in Europe, man. Thank you for saying that. I've done the European episodes before. I'm about to do some more European episodes. I don't know why y'all think brothers aren't using their passport globally. There are countries that we mention the most. I will say that. We will mention Thailand quite often. Colombia, Brazil. We would talk about DR. Yes, I give you that one. Vietnam, Korea, Kenya, South Africa. We do talk about those. And every once in a while, you could throw off in the mix Ethiopia, right? There are a lot. And I mean, I talk to personally off camera, a lot of brothers that are in Europe. So if y'all think that brothers ain't checking for Europe, y'all got it bass backwards. Now, the Pookies, yeah, they don't go to Europe. I can say that. I can agree with you on that one, Charles. The Pookies, yeah, you rarely see them go to Europe. But here's the part. We make the mistake of thinking passport Pookies are only brothers. That's the mistake that we make. When we talk about passport bros and passport Pookies, we ain't just talking about brothers, because I know some white Pookies that's acting a fool in Europe. They leave Europe and go to Thailand and lose every dime that they saved up for retirement. I done seen that one plenty of times. You talk about some Pookies? Do not think that Pookie just mean black men. I know plenty of white dudes that are Pookies on levels that brothers ain't even thought of. Every time you turn around, it's a white Pookie getting locked up in Vietnam, getting locked up in Thailand, getting locked up in the Philippines, getting locked. You could just take a day and do a 24-hour marathon on white passport Pookies. So don't sleep on the white passport Pookies in Europe. Them Europeans, they worse than brothers. I never come down on my brother. compared to the white boys. The white boys some fools. Shout out to my man G-Mac in the building. The second, that is. He say, what it do, fellas? What up, Dre? What up, Doe, brother? What up, Doe? And shout out to my man. What? My dude. My brethren is in the building. Shout out to them Ohio players. Roller coaster, roller. Shout out to Victory being in the building with the $10 love. Hope everything is going great, man. I got to call you, bro. We got to talk. We got to talk. Okay, so I know it's Central. Okay, cool. Chicago, you Central boys. Eastern, okay, I'm cool. Ohio, thank you for letting me know. Okay, so I'm good with the time. Shout out to my brother Will being in the building. Glad you're here. We got 103, 104 people in the building, so we're going to get started, guys. I don't get it. I'm blaming on my head, not my heart, not being able to give everybody a shout out. Shout out to them DMV boys in the building. Not be able to give everybody a shout out, such as my brother. YouTubing is a habit, and LJ the Southern Vegan. Glad I got a chance to give you a shout out as well, brother. Hope I make sure I got everybody. I got Dale. Shout out to Devin in the building. Glad you're here. Let me scroll down a little faster. Shout out to my man JRello. I hope I said that right, or just Mr. Ray himself. Shout out, Mr. Ray himself. Shout out to you being here. He say, so if the black dudes off someone in someone's country, do we got an answer for that too? That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Shout out to my Crypto Dragon in the building, Emperor himself. And I'm going to end it right there. And if I miss you guys, such as my man Paper Route being in the building in Brownsville. Shout out to them Brownsville boys. Glad to see that you're here. And Real being in the building. If I miss you guys with the shout out, blame it on my head, not my heart. I just want to get started because I know we got over 105 people here. Let's get ready to get started. I'm about to change the music over. Now we have everybody here. And we're going to get started with the brother JRello. Let me turn that down. In on the continent of Africa, he followed, based off what he said, the advice of and the example of our brother Austin Holloman. So he went down to Kenya. And many of us have heard the stupidity that this past summer of what went on in Kenya. And you think that brother would learn his lesson. Remember, this is the same brother that went to DR and was begging you guys at the airport to send him Cash App because he ran out of money, because the last bit of money he did have, he spent it on pay for play. That JRello. That JRello. The one that I've never done a video on at all. Except that when we first saw him in DR begging on the side of an airport. This dude has done stupidity up over stupidity, embarrassed himself, embarrassed his family's name. Year in, year out for the last 3-4 years. He's not the only one. Floyd's not the only one. There are other dudes that have been doing this. So we're going to start with just a little snippet about what took place in Kenya, and then we're going to talk about what's taking place over the last 48 hours in the Dominican Republic, with JRello now having a case against him because of some damage that he did to some property there in the Dominican Republic. Let me pull the video up and we can get started, gentlemen.
But there's a black American who is currently in Kenya on holiday.
Now, this young lady is talking about the black American that was at that time period in Kenya on holiday. And of course, that black American is JRello, right? That black American that she's talking about is JRello. And that's the sad part. We're this dude's a joke. This dude is hilarious. Can I say something about JRello, man? I'm gonna get to it in a second. Shout out to David Dice with the $10 love. Dave says this. He say, Dre, all due respect. He say, but I truly believe a lot of these dudes will travel channels. Some we know we need to be quiet, that they need to be quiet, and they talk too much, making everything hot for us. Absolutely correct. There are men that think that, and shout out to you with the $10 love. There are men out there that actually think that their actions don't impact the rest of us. There are men out there that really think that you can go to a country, act a fool, and it doesn't impact the next brother getting off the plane. I'm going to tell y'all something real quick before we go back to the video. Do you know that in Colombia, there are a lot, and I mean a lot, and I bet you it's in other countries too, of locals that will not rent a car, a motorcycle, Airbnb to an American. They will tell you, F your American dollars, don't come here. And I mean a lot of them. And I'm talking about way back in the day. I've been knowing about this and I've seen it. We have embarrassed ourselves as black men, black women, white women in these countries to the point where there are people, and any of you guys in Medellin, put a 1 in the comment section. And you guys throughout Colombia, put a 1 in the comment section if you've ever seen this take place. I'll put a 1. There are locations that the locals do not rent to Americans. They really don't want to rent to foreigners. Y'all think that just because you got dollars in your pocket that everybody want your dollars. There are people in other countries that will tell you, F your American dollars. You can take it somewhere else. You are not renting my Airbnb. I saw how y'all on TikTok, how y'all tore up that other person's Airbnb. You won't do that to mine. There are a lot of Colombians. If y'all think that every Colombian will rent to y'all try rabbit mine. I'm serious. So all you dudes that think like Dave just said, all you dudes that think that how you act don't impact the rest of us, that's a lie. You know how I know about it too? And I had heard about it. Back in 2020, a few months before the pandemic, a bunch of us met up in Barranquilla for the Dominican Festival. Me, Ace Live, Flyboy Way, Kings and Dreams, James. That's when we first met. A lot of YouTubers. But we were celebrating the world's largest Latin-speaking festival. The world's largest Portuguese-speaking festival is in Brazil. The world's Latin-speaking festival is the Dominican Festival every February. Do you know there were so many Airbnbs that said we will rent to our local people that are coming. We will rent to people from South America that are coming. But I be dang if I rent my Airbnb to one of them Americans. No. You know how me and Andre was able to get an Airbnb during the festival 2020? True story. The only way we were able to get an Airbnb because Ace Live had stayed there and he called the lady to validate who we were. He was able to show, hey, they're content creators like we are. His wife is Colombian. That's the only reason it was a nice spot. That was the only reason we got it. Because there were so many people in Barranquilla that was like, I am not renting my spot to foreigners. Puerto Rico, same thing. During the pandemic, Americans weren't flying everywhere. So once it started slowing down, a lot of Americans started flying to Puerto Rico and tearing up people's Airbnbs or skipping out on paying the Airbnb full price like they were supposed to. You know what ended up happening with one brother? True story. He tore those people Airbnb up in Puerto Rico. The last time they found that brother, he was floating in somebody's swamp. They found his body true story, found that brother body floating in somebody's swamp. because he went and tore those people Airbnb up and thought he could just skip out on tearing their Airbnb up. And he ended up floating. Same thing with this situation with JRello. He just making it bad for everybody else. For those that don't know, JRello went to DR, tore this truck up. I'm not talking about a little fender bender. When you guys see this vehicle, you're going to be like, dang, bruh. Skipped out, disappeared. The dude wanted to just take him to regular court. But nah. JRello wanted to disappear. Now the dude filed a case against him. Now JRello is wanted. Now they looking for him to arrest him now. And guess what? That car rental place, I bet you it's gonna be hard for another American to come down there and rent a vehicle from that car rental company. Bet that. I bet you they'll rent to somebody from Europe. Oh yeah. They'll rent to somebody from South America or Central America. Yeah, but I bet you'll be hard pressed. Let's put it like this. I bet you they even rent to a white brother. But I bet you that car rental spot is going to be hard pressed for one of you American black men to get a car rental from that spot. Well, it don't matter. I go to another spot. It should matter because how I act and how you act impacts. You caught that? How I act in a country, how you act in a country still impacts the next brother that's getting off the plane, the next sister that's getting off the plane. When you travel, since you want to be a passport bro, a blue book gentleman, a passport king, we're going to watch this situation with JRello. And I want you guys that after this live stream, we're going to hear another brother, another Pookie story. After this live stream, I want you guys to really think about the fact that it's not just about me. Because some of y'all act like little ass boys and think that travel is just about you, and it's not. And some of you guys are making it dangerous for the next man. Or the prices go up, the gringo prices go up for the next man. You already messed up pay for play. You Pookies, you ruined pay for play. When I came to Colombia, man, you can get a 10 for $17. You can get you a Colombian 10 for an hour for $17. Now you dudes are paying USD to get Colombian women. USD $100 bills. The big face. Because y'all messed up the price. Y'all messed it up. Wasn't me. What? Y'all made the brothel prices go up. Y'all made street meat go up for a higher price. It wasn't me. It was y'all that messed up the price. You didn't think about the brother behind you when you sat up there and talk about when she said $100,000 for an hour, instead of saying, all right, cool. Here you go. Here's $300,000, baby. Coochie wasn't even that good, and you giving away $300,000. So now the next man get off the plane. He gets off in Medellin. He said, "What's up, baby? How much? $300,000? Why? Because the last dump paid $300,000 when I told him $100,000. But he want to flex. So since he gave me $300,000, I want $300,000 from you. And here you go. Okay." But then you giving her $400,000. You giving her $300 and $100,000 tip. Next man get off the plane. How much, baby, for that coochie? $400,000. Why? Because I told the first fool, the first Pookie, $100,000. He gave me $300,000. I told the second fool that got off a plane $300,000. He gave me $400,000. So you are paying $400,000. And that's why the prices have gone up around the world. Because of y'all. Pookie inflation. Pookie inflation. Let's go to the video, gentlemen. Let's go to the video. So we're going to be starting and hear what this sister in Kenya has to say about JRello and his behavior. Shout out to my man Ben in the building. Good morning, brother. Shout out from the Philippines, as well as Ronan.
don't know if you guys have seen, but there's a black American who is currently in Kenya on holiday, and he went there to basically call everybody ugly. He's calling all of the women ugly and just degrading them. He has nothing nice to say about how they look, and he somehow feels.
Now imagine, is that an ugly young lady? That young lady looks like she has very little to no makeup on. Beautiful chocolate sister. And he's sitting up there talking about all the Kenya women are ugly.
He's entitled to their attention because he's black and American. That's what it seems like.
Because I took they bitch. Are you insane?
Bro, every country I go, I always get the baddest bitch in the vicinity, period. The baddest bitch just automatically knows she got to come home with Rello. It's just, I just got this aura that's like, bitch, come here. Get over here.
I mean, yeah, they get over here for that 150. They get over here for
that Asia. So when you decided to go to Kenya, were you sold the dream? Do you feel you were sold the dream about the way the women look out there by other YouTubers? You know, they
yeah. I'm beating you.
Shout out to Richie in here. I know Richie was in here. Shout out to Richie Mack in the building. Shout out to all you guys that are here. And my brother Jermon. Shout out to you. Yeah, JRello got hands and feet put on him in Kenya and DR the first time around. Crazy.
Austin Holloman. When I catch Austin, I'm beating the fuck out of Austin Holloman when I see him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm beating the shit out of Austin. I've been looking at spots. I've been everywhere looking for that bitch.
So he's saying that the Kenya women are not as attractive as Austin was saying. So now he wants to go to battle with Austin Holloman. Yeah, okay.
Ass nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you. That nigga sold me a motherfucking dream. Him and KG. He knew these bitches was ugly as fuck out here. Mama.
Hold on. Shout out to now, maybe what
you guys ever notice that it's always the unattractive dudes that always want to call somebody ugly? And I'm not here to judge men, and I'm not here to crack jokes on men and our looks. We're men. We ain't supposed to be pretty. I'll say this again. We're men. We ain't supposed to be pretty. But it's always men. Hey, let's be real. Men recognize ugly when we see ugly in a woman. And even though we don't say it most of the time, we recognize ugliness in a man, whether it be ugly behavior or you just born ugly. Ain't nothing about JRello look good. With a beard, with a mustache, shaved bald, don't matter. This man is ugly. This man can be up there and just put it on the same level of Jay-Z ugly, Lil Wayne ugly. Some dudes are just, they don't have a face game. They ain't got a face card at all. And this dude is one of them. When you see how he smashed that SUV up in DR, you gonna notice it looked just like his face. This man's face looked like he crashed into everything. He crashed his face into light poles, fell on black ice. He looked like he fell straight face forward. You know, when somebody just walk into a pole, he looked like he did that. He done fell on some black ice a couple times. He looked like somebody just smashed him in the face with a rake. I'm talking about a snow shovel. This dude is not handsome. So to sit back and go to a whole country and you only attract ugly women, that says something about you, bruh. I'm gonna say this again. That says something about you, not the ladies. The attractive ones, you say, all I saw was ugly ladies. You shoulda. I'll say it again. You shoulda. An ugly dude like you should only notice ugly women. Ain't no attractive women gonna be walking up on you. Dude, you look zoomorphic. You know when they say 100 men versus the gorilla? You do know you the gorilla they talking about. You ain't a part of the 100 men. You part of the gorilla. So goodness gracious, dude. Sitting up there talking about all the women out here are ugly. You should be seeing ugly women. You an ugly dude. Now, let one of us go to Kenya. We ain't gonna attract nothing but something that look good, right? We good looking men. But if you're an ugly dude, for real, I'm serious. I'm being serious now. If you are an ugly dude and you go to another country and you notice that you're being approached by ugly women, you supposed to be approached by ugly women in Thailand. If there's an ugly woman in Thailand, she gonna find you. If there's an ugly Colombiana, she gonna find you. Let there be an ugly chick in Brazil, she gonna find you. You that ugly. You got that just woke up in the morning ugliness. And it could be 3:15 in the afternoon. Ain't no cocoa butter, no shea butter gonna help you, JRello, with that ugliness. How the hell you gonna be that ugly and talk about some women ugly? How the hell? And then I know how some of y'all gonna do, because I know how y'all do. Hey, JRello, Andre Love Crossing Borders over there talking about how ugly you are. Dude, his mirror has been saying that his whole life. I'm not saying nothing that man's mirror has not been saying since he was 7, okay? If his mirror has been saying that he's been ugly since he was 7 years old, don't be going over to his channel talking about, oh, he ain't got no channel. My bad. Brother that just blew his channel. YouTube said, we deleting ugly passport bro channels this month. So if you are ugly passport bro, we are deleting your channel. And anybody that's ugly got their YouTube channel deleted. I don't know why the ugly dudes thought that they could actually build channels like the rest of us. You are not camera ready. The only camera you ready for is like a police scanner, a police camera. Like, yeah, stand right there. Let me take a photo of you, not turn sideways. Yeah, you ready for that camera, but you ain't ready to just be on the, no. Ugly dudes, do not get on camera making YouTube channels. Please, let us handsome brothers take care of this, okay? We got this. You don't bring your ugly ass on YouTube and think you just gonna prosper. Hell no. Why you think you bruh? I'm here for you. Your Aunt Dre is here for you. If you was begging at the airport 3-4 years ago, and you're still begging now, you do know that means that you're ugly with your money too. That means your pocket's ugly, bruh. You got the audacity to go talk about them other women, man. Please, bruh. You supposed to only, I'm serious. JRello and all you ugly brothers that are passport bros, all you unattractive motherfuckers, you don't want to get your ass in a gym? Cool. If you attract ugly chicks, unless you got to pay for them, and that's the part some of you dudes got to do, pay for play, because ain't no fine chick going to be dealing with you. Man, let me go ahead and do this, pay for. I got 2 baddies. You should. You just bought them. You just purchased them. We understand what you had to. Ugly dudes. Yes. Like attracts like. I'll say this again. This is just science. Like attracts like. You ugly mother will attract ugly women. Okay? Don't think it's going to be opposite. Yes, you could throw a few dollars and buy a cutie. But we just talking about on GP, us handsome dudes, we ain't got to do what you do. We sorry. Hey, blame it on Jesus. Blame it on the Lord. We didn't give you the ugly gene. If you were X-Man, ain't our fault they would call you the Beast. What's your X-Man name? The Beast. You looking like the Beast in the X-Men. Come on, man. Got the audacity to talk about these women, man. No, he ain't. This man was not born camera ready. Only camera he ready for is when he's standing in front of the police. Turn sideways, son. Hold this sign up. Only camera that man ready for is the camera when the police got their own little shoulder camera. He ready for them cameras. The police had his own scanner camera to record how ugly this motherfucker was. That's the only camera he ready for. A police officer's camera on their shoulder. Ain't no way in hell you gonna talk about other women in other countries and you attracting ugly women and you ain't ask yourself, why am I attracting ugly women? Cause you's an ugly mother. What did you what? No, wait a minute. Pause for a second. What do you ugly dudes think y'all gonna attract? I want to hear this one. Put that in the comments. I want to hear what you ugly mother with a pocket full of money. You ugly to the mother. You fat as heck. You got a passport and a pocket full of what did you think you was gonna attract? Cuties? Did you think you would go to Cartagena looking like that with that face? And you was gonna attract some cuties? Who told you that? Which YouTuber told you that ugly dudes were in Cartagena? Who spread that lie? I would like to interview the dude that came out with the YouTube video that said ugly dudes winning too overseas. Some of you ugly dudes need to go head back to the States. Yes, you do. Yes, the JRellos and the JRello twin brothers and all you dudes that look like a JRello uncle and a JRello cousin. All you dudes, if you got anything in your DNA that make people think that you related to Lil Wayne, if you look anything like you a cousin of Jay-Z, you need to go back to the States, bro. Passport life ain't for you. Just like black women need to go back to the States if they looking for love, you ugly mothers need to go back to the States. If you really looking for love, go on back home, bro. Get you the fat girl that always loved you from day one. She's cuddly during the winter times. This is her time of year, tax time. You better, if you make it home in time, you can get some of her tax money. But if you think that you're gonna be ugly with a passport and money, let's see how this work out for you. Cause I ain't never seen none of you the ugly dudes. If you ever notice, no matter what country we go to, ugly dudes don't never come up except for through pay for play. I ain't never seen an ugly dude on any social media with a baddie where you like, I mean, I can see her with him. You came up, brother. I see your work. I see. You ever do that to an ugly dude? Man, I see your work, player. I see. No. Them JRellos, them Floyds, you don't ever see them dudes with no baddies. You ever notice that they be with some average looking Brazilian, average looking Colombian, average looking Dominican, subpar in Kenya? Ugly dudes, can y'all come to a conclusion and stop lying to yourself? Because you got a passport and because you got some money in your pocket does not mean that you got a face card. Hell no. Hell no. You are ugly for the United States. You belong to the, take your ass back home. You and black women, both of y'all out here looking for love like y'all know what the hell y'all doing. Take your ugly ass back home with black women. Sisters, go home. Love is waiting for you in the States. That's why you can't find no love outside the States. And you ugly motherfuckers, you wonder why I'm running out of money. I always got to pay for some coochie. Every time I want a cutie in Colombia, I got to come out my wallet. I'm tired of this ATM. Well, if you wasn't so ugly and you wasn't so big, if you went to a gym, maybe some of that ugliness would melt down. Some of you ugly big dudes, y'all got a handsome dude waiting to show the world, but you won't go to the gym. Could you at least start with half a push-up? How about doing this? Big dudes, big fellas. How about just rolling on the floor just real quick? Just every morning, just roll on the floor 10 times. Just say, that's how you're going to start your exercise. You ain't got to walk. You ain't got to do a push-up. Dang a push-up. You just go on the floor and just roll 10 times. Just roll 10. That's your exercise. That's how you're going to start. Roll, fat boy. Just fat boy, roll. You ain't got to go to nobody's gym. You can be in your Airbnb, push some tables and chairs out the way, and just roll your ass on somebody's floor. Just roll. I ain't gonna always have to pay for play. I'm gonna roll my weight away. I am not gonna be a fat ass my whole life. I'm gonna roll my weight off. You in countries with healthy foods and you still fat? You in countries with some of the healthiest foods in the world and you still 325 and you only 5'9"? You and the ugly dude, y'all in cahoots, right? Y'all punking us, right? This is a prank. I know you ugly mother don't think because y'all got money in y'all pocket that y'all equal to us. I know, and I'm not talking about everybody got to be handsome. Some of you dudes got great charm. You look at life in a positive way. You look at like, hey, if I holler at this Colombiana, she says no, it's okay. I'm gonna go to the next one. Some of you got beauty or handsomeness on the inside as well. But some of you dudes ain't no handsomeness, no, bruh. You got a face only your mama could love, JRello. Only your mamas and aunties will love you. But if y'all think, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, if y'all get off of planes and only ugly Colombianas come your way, you get off another plane and there's ugly women in Brazil coming your way, it's because your ass is ugly. Get that through y'all mind. Stop criticizing these women in the other country. Only ugly women come my way. They should. Damn it, they should. The law of attraction says like attracts like. Does it not say that? Does not the law of attraction say like attracts like? Ugly women are attracted to ugly ass men. So if you wondering why you get off the plane in Cartagena and ain't no baddies walking up on you and is women that got like a forehead, her forehead start back here, her hairline all back here. And she looking at you like, ay, papi, papicito. And you looking at her like, girl, your hairline back here. You know why? Because your hairline is back here. Your hairline back here, her hairline back here. Oh, you could have did like the rest of us. You could have shaved it all off. But you walking around with the George Jefferson and you think you're going to pull dimes? You think you're going to pull dimes?
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Let's continue on.
Okay.
I told you I'm putting my foot on next tonight. Ugly dudes ain't getting away with nothing. Ugly dudes, all you ugly, you big dudes that don't want to work out and take care of your... Ain't nothing wrong with being a big dude, at least you go for a walk. Ain't nothing wrong with being a big dude and you say, I'm just starting my journey, I'm going to the gym. I'm with you, brothers. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But all you lazy big dudes and all you ugly dudes, man, I ain't got nothing for you. Keep away from the vicinity of Andre. I'm serious. If I was single, bruh, when I was single, I ain't got no fat male friends, no fat female friends. I'm sorry. Even the friends I did have that was working on their weight, they were working on their weight. They weren't waiting on their weight. I'm going to just wait for this weight to leave. I'm going to just wait for this weight to leave. No, y'all crazy, man. Let's go back to the video.
What they consider beautiful, JRello, is not what you consider.
Ain't nothing beautiful about them. Ain't nothing beautiful. They all.
Ain't nothing beautiful about this sister right here. Ain't nothing beautiful about her. Nothing. Very little makeup. She ain't got 5 levels of makeup like the women do in the States. Shout to AMSM in the building. And G-Lock as well. She ain't got 5 levels of makeup on. And ain't nothing beautiful about her. Nothing. She's giving
me, it's the ugly. Like, you don't even understand.
Beautiful women or beautiful locations where they got beautiful women in Kenya. If you wonder what that list is.
Understand, right? Like, I wouldn't even fuck these chicks with your dick. You hear me, Jay?
All right. Okay.
I wouldn't fuck with Razor's dick.
All right. So you let us know how you feel about
Which country in Africa has the most attractive women?
Kenya.
Why?
Yeah, they're just beautiful,
Yeah, they look good.
Yes.
Which country in Africa has the most attractive women?
Kenya.
Or Kenya.
Why?
Because they look very good.
5 African countries to find a loyal wife. 5. Rwanda. Rwandan women are quiet, respectful, and loyal to the core. 4. Egypt. Egyptian women know how to balance modern strength with timeless loyalty. 3. Ethiopia. Ethiopian women are known for staying solid no matter the struggle. 2. Kenya. Kenyan women are raised on family, faith, and standing by their man. 1. South Africa. South African women are loyal, grounded, and down to ride for real. If she loves you, she's all in.
So you're gonna tell me this Kenyan sister is ugly too, huh? You gonna tell me she ugly too, huh?
Personally believe that men would always like lead. Yeye ndo aongoze. For me, I'm that kitambo person. I would believe mwanaume ongoza njia, I will follow you, because you cannot lead your future. We are your future, right? Your generation. Twende tuanguke. And if you have the right person, atakulead direct if you let him be a man.
Let me give a shout out to these brothers showing support to the channel. Shout out to my brother. All my hoes are demonetized in the building. He says, so you don't want our dollars now, Ninja? Seriously. Seriously. And my brother in the building, the MAB in the building. Shout out to you being in the building. He said, as soon as I tapped in Brother Dre coins. And David Dice of the Dice family says this: who does more damage when roasting Andre or Corey Holcomb? Oh, roasting Andre or Corey Holcomb, because both are deadly with the jokes. Shout out to Corey. I believe Corey is professional after all these years, almost 40 years of telling jokes. Yes, sir. Shout out to Corey. And MAB says this with the $9.99 love. He said, I had to push back on him dissing Kenyan women. Those women are built right and down to earth. That's another good trait. Maybe a little clingy, and that's, hey, we got to get used to that as Americans, because we go to a lot of countries and we consider women clingy when their affection is something that we're just not used to. So I have to agree with that. He said, but that's an upgrade from the States to me. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. I would take a woman that's a little clingy in another country than a woman in the United States that's so standoffish and she's a diva. I wouldn't even waste my time. Shout out to Charles being in the building, as well as my brother Philip. Glad to see you gentlemen here. Let's continue on, gentlemen.
So baby, tell me what you...
So he gonna tell me this sister ugly too. So he's saying this sister is ugly too. I'm like I said earlier, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Law of attraction says like attracts like. If you're out there trying to make money, money will come to you, right? If you're a good dude, then you'll find yourself gravitating around mainly good dudes, right? If you're ugly mother, what do you think gonna come attracting to you in Kenya? Ugly women. Ain't gonna be no women that look like this coming y'all way. I don't know why y'all try to pretend. I'm gonna take a flight to Kenya. Now with your man, you ain't going to no Kenya. Some of y'all need to go to Kenya only for safari, okay? If you going to safari, okay, go to Kenya. But if you think you're going to get some hotties with your ugly, no. You going to Kenya, you got half a mustache. You can't be going to Kenya with half a mustache. You looking like the Batman DC character, Two-Face. You know Batman's villain, Two-Face? Half your face look all right, the rest of it looks horrific. Some of y'all look like Two-Face. And you think you're going to just get off the plane in Kenya and the women that look like this just go run up on you. You just think they come a running, huh? Ooh, girl, I see him. Where you see him on? I see him on Batman. He look like Two-Face. Your hair look like Two-Face. You don't clean your skin. You don't clean your beard. You ain't brush your teeth. You don't know how to floss. I'm serious, and I'm not joking now. Some of us brothers be going to these other countries, and This episode is dedicated to the passport pookies and all you dudes that don't know how to do hygiene, you nasty mother. You wonder why your breath stink and you just constantly grabbing Tic Tacs when all you need, some of y'all need to stop grabbing Tic Tacs and grab some floss for all that meat that's caught in between your teeth. Your breath wouldn't be stinking if you didn't have 3-day-old chicken in your teeth. That chicken has been stuck in between that 3 days. You ain't think it was gonna start stinking? You thought this worked. I was some good ass chicken, dog. That almost tastes like chicken in the United States. You've been walking around with funky chicken in between your teeth for 3 days. You got the audacity to be in the face of an attractive woman in Kenya, and you wonder why she ain't giving you no play unless you pay? Some of y'all got to pay for play because your breath stank. You want the truth? Your hygiene game is bad, bro. Your hygiene, cologne. Y'all need some cologne for your mouth. Damn mouthwash. Damn a Tic Tac or some gum. Some of you motherfuckers need to just open up your cologne bottle and just be like, fuck it. That's what some of y'all need to be doing. You need to just spraying it all down your throat. You know, cologne lasts 6 to 8 hours. For 6 to 8 hours, your breath will not be stinking. It may smell like you got a brand new suit on instead of funky breath. Goodness gracious, all you gotta do, I've been saying this for years. Brothers, if you're having issues with gingivitis, a lot of times it's because you just haven't flossed. Because you might got a little carrot stuck in this one, little hamburger stuck in that one from 2 days ago, and you ain't flossed. It is what it is. Brush your tongue. Get a tongue brusher. I got a tongue. Brush your damn tongue. You brush your hair. Some of y'all got the best brush waves. Oh, your brush waves killing the game. Look at me. Ooh, they ain't ready for me in DR. Baby. You got brush waves going around like a spiral, right? Killing it. Some of y'all beard. You brush your beard. That one look good, don't it? They can't play with me with this beard game. You put your beard bomb on there. Took care of your beard. You done brushed it down. That beard. I saw a brother on TikTok. He got brush waves on his beard. This brother you can look it up on TikTok. Brush wave beard. This is a brother that got brush waves on his beard. He brushed his beard so long, right? You brushing everything but your teeth and your tongue and the roof of your mouth. Like your funky breath. Well, she gonna skip past that once she see these waves. So you gonna show her the top of your head and the waves gonna mesmerize her so much. Well, she gonna see that beard and that beard gonna mesmerize her so much that your funky breath, she's just gonna ignore that. She's just gonna ignore that you don't know how to floss. She's just gonna ignore the fact that you ain't made a dental appointment in 5 years. 5 years the last time you got your teeth cleaned. She's supposed to ignore that part. That if she comes to your Airbnb, ain't no tongue brusher in that moment. You don't even know what a tongue brusher look like. You got to get your cell phone and Google it right now. Andre said tongue brush. What is that? I ain't never seen no tongue brush before. What is it? A tongue brush? He must be talking for the waves. You sitting up there like this right now, watching me, brushing your waves and your breath stink. And you wonder why you got to pay for play? Some of y'all pay for play because of your hygiene. Ain't no cutie going to be dealing with you. Hey, baby. Whoa. They call, what's your name? Well, you know, girl, they call me Yuck Mouth because I don't brush and I like my teeth like this. They call me Yuck Mouth because I don't brush. What? How about a little kiss? Some of y'all yuck mouths because you don't brush and you like your teeth like this. They call you Yuck Mouth. How about a little kiss? Hey, that's a cavity. Hey, that's new. So if you don't brush your teeth, then you can too be a Yuck Mouth. See, all you Gen Xers get that. You understand that one. That schoolhouse rock. You nasty motherfuckers. Let's get for real. How you gonna be Pookie in your mouth? How you gonna be Pookie on the outside and in your mouth? How you take care of them? Dude, I be seeing some dude. All you weed smokers, cigar smokers, cigarette smokers. I'm gonna tell you something as a brother. I mean this one seriously. Go get your teeth clean, bro. When you get off the plane, we can tell that you smoke cigarettes. Can't nobody tell. We can tell. My teeth ain't that yellow. Yes, they are. You got gingivitis. You got plaque. Your teeth are yellow, bro. Ain't nobody told you stop smoking your weed. Go keep on firing it up. Do your thing, bro. All the cigar smokers, all you cigar smokers, hey. All you cigarette smokers, I wish bitch would. We understand. But that don't give you the right to come to another country because you got a pocket full of money and don't think that you ain't got gout in your mouth. You know how somebody got gout and they got to cut their foot off? Some of y'all got breath so bad, they need to just take all your teeth out. Well, son, we've examined your mouth. We've come to a conclusion. Your breath is so bad and you haven't flossed since you were 21. We're going to have to remove your teeth. No. Yes. If you want to finally have good smelling breath, we warned you. We're going to have to take out all your teeth. Well, what's the problem, doctor? Do I have gingivitis? Son, you've got mouth gout. You've got gout in your mouth. And it's becoming more and more common among these passport bros. I've just extracted 3 men's teeth yesterday because of gout mouth. Nasty mother. I swear. Watch this. Hey, check this out, fellas. Watch the numbers in the live stream go down. Check it out. Ooh, check it out. Y'all know I always watch. We had 124 people here. The moment I start telling motherfuckers to wash their teeth, we are at 106. We are at 106. You tell men to brush their teeth, they ain't trying to hear that. Brush what teeth? I ain't brushing nothing. I'ma just keep on buying this coochie. Keep on buying it, bro. But you're a grown man with grown man money. Buy all the coochie you want. But don't think that we're stupid enough not to notice why some of y'all gotta buy coochie. Once again, you can buy whoever you want, bruh, and we mean it. If you a grown man, you've earned grown man money. We are not cock blocking. We ain't not pocket watching another grown man. That is your responsibility. But we are here to tell you as your brothers. Women ain't gonna tell you. But your brothers, we here to tell you. We know why some of y'all gotta do pay for play. You ain't got a choice, Negro. You ain't got a pay for play is like scholarship for y'all. You know how some dudes get the grades and they can go ahead and get off into college? And some dudes, because they can afford it, some dudes need a scholarship That's pay for play for some of y'all when it comes to dating. That's your scholarship. That's your scholarship. When it comes to dating in Brazil, when it comes to dating in Colombia, you need a scholarship. That's pay for play. Pay for play is your scholarship. That's how you got into school here. You motherfuckers. Nasty mother. Y'all nasty, man. And we be standing right in front of you. Hey, bro, what's up, brother? How you doing? And is it just me? And you be seeing it like some dudes got like 4 yellow teeth, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they had that one brown one. And you be thinking to yourself, like, while he talking, you be like, yeah, man, I hear what you're saying. Because you be talking about the basketball game, how the Pistons are the #1 in the NBA, right? You're like, yeah. And the whole time you be listening to the brother, because he making sense, but you be thinking like, you want a point, like, dude, do you know you got a brown tooth? Like brown, not gold, a brown tooth. No, not the yellow ones, that brown one, like in between the yellow ones, dude. Look, no, dude, take your cell phone out. Look at your cell phone. Look at yourself. Look past them yellow teeth that you got. No, not the green one. I'm not talking about the green one. I'm talking. That's the one. Do you know you got a dark brown tooth? You want to tell me how that happened? How you get a beige tooth? I've seen dudes with yellow teeth. Some of y'all got beige teeth. A darkish tan. How you got caramel teeth? When did that come in style? When did caramel teeth come in style? I'm looking like, man, this nigga got a caramel tooth. And it will still, that's right, shout to our Pistons. It will still sit up there be talking with a cigarette in their hand. Yeah, man, I think the Pistons gonna take it, dog. I think the Pistons gonna take it this year. They looking good. They just need to get that one trade for a 3-pointer. The Pistons look good. You be looking at the dude like, so we just gonna now ignore that green and brown tooth that you got. We and as a dude, you like, hey, it ain't got nothing to do with me, right? Let's be real, because that's how we do it. We'll look at a dude and we be like, sure, I'm a dude, so it ain't got nothing to do with me. We be looking at you like, I'm glad the female that you gonna be with ain't my sister. You be like, I'm glad the female that you gonna be dating is not my auntie. Serious. For real, flashy. Lies. Seriously, you be like, what the dude? So you don't see none of that yellow. How many times you been to Colombia? How the hell you been to Colombia 16 times and you ain't been to one teeth cleaning? You been to DR how many times? I know homeless dudes in DR with better looking teeth than you. Homeless. Dude, I saw, true story. Me and Andre walking right downtown. Andre didn't notice it. I noticed a homeless dude not only brushing his teeth on the side of the riverbank, the dude pulled out his floss and started flossing. I might be hungry and homeless, but I be dang if I be looking like them Americans in the mouth. I wish I would look like American in the mouth. Homeless, but let me go ahead and floss real quick, because I will not be walking around with a green and brown tooth like those Americans do. A homeless dude. True story. You ain't never got your teeth. You need your ass. Let's go back to the video, and I'm about to shut up for a while. But you ain't gonna tell me that because you don't get these attractive women in Kenya, that is something wrong with the Kenyan women. The ugly women are supposed to come to ugly dudes. The ugly women in Colombia gonna go to you ugly dudes. The ugly women in Brazil will go to you ugly dudes. So stop acting like you surprised when ugly chicks walk up to you in the mall somewhere. Be with your kind, bruh. You don't want to groom? Cool. So when ugly chicks approach you dudes in other countries, don't be acting all surprised and bewildered. They supposed to walk up on you. Your ugly mother.
With your fine face and your lips too. Ooh, and your hair, girl. Team Natural, come and sit too. I wanna graduate from a stalker to your lover. I wanna graduate.
What up, y'all? It's him, the most hated person on YouTube. I want to start this live off by saying I want to apologize to the Kenyan people, to the Kenyan nation, the continent of Africa. I really, looking back and reflecting, I really understand how I could rub people wrong, especially since I was already so envied and basically hated on as one of the most famous traveling YouTubers. This trip has been so crazy, insane. It's just been a really introspective type of trip. I learned so much about myself, and I learned so much about who I am as a man. And
that's a good point, Chris. Just to give the shout out to JRello before everybody started running over there. JRello, Andre talking about you. I don't hate him. I don't know him. This is the first time we've ever done a video on the brother. Don't hate him. He said yes, and I agree with him. When it comes to these Pookies, it's not just JRello. It's not just Floyd. It's a bunch of dudes that just making us look bad and not coming to the reality that we all impact each other. Just like all the white boys that travel that get scammed, they impact each other. So it is with us brothers that travel. We impact each other. This dude is a child. He's not a narcissist. He's a child. Some dudes never grow up. They got that Peter Pan thing, man. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There are a million toys at Toys R Us that I will play with. From bikes to trains to video games. Some dudes don't want to grow up. They're Toys R Us kids. You can give a Toys R Us kid a passport. That don't make them grown. We got to admit that there's diversity. And yeah, I'm tired of them passport Pookies, just like my brothers. Shout out to my man 0 Milligram, my neighbor. Shout out to you, brother.
I've communicated.
All right. So now we're about to get ready to talk about DR. Shout out to our brother, DC Rob, who broke the report on JRello and what took place in DR. What took place in DR with the vehicle, what happened, and now charges have been pressed. I mean, charges have been filed against JRello in DR.
Communicated with the person that this story revolves around, which is the owner of the rental car establishment in the DR. His name is Mr. Rodriguez. The best I can tell, he's a small rental car owner.
Did I not tell y'all this man that tore this car up to where it looked like his own face? Did I not tell y'all this man with the DR destroyed this people's car and it looked like ugly attracts ugly and they make stuff ugly? The car looks just like JRello now. Oh, y'all thought it was going to be a fender bender? Y'all thought it was going to be a little scratch on the side? I don't even know the story of what the heck was going on that this young man was able to tear something up on the Dominican Republic island. See, y'all laughing. Tell me I'm lying, though. Tell me that car don't look like JRello now. That car face looked just like JRello's face. I don't know, JRello swerving the Honda rentals for real. Shameful. And you wonder why people don't want to rent to us. They don't want to rent Airbnbs. Remember a couple years ago, those older dudes, my age, it was four brothers in Cartagena. Remember that? I wish I had that. I would pull it up. The 4 brothers in Cartagena and the one Afro-Colombian, they took her cell phone. She had like a blonde wig or blonde hair. They took her cell phone and she smashed the glass table and broke it in the Airbnb. They called the police and they had to give her phone back. She didn't get arrested. But guess who had to pay for that table? The dudes inside that. Y'all be on some pookie mess, bro. Let's continue on. Y'all want to tear something up, and then you want to bounce. Lames, I say, lames.
Owner in the DR, he just has a few cars. So the loss of this one car is a pretty big deal. So if you're not familiar with the story, this is what I can gather. And don't quote me on all the details, but JRello rented a rental car from him, wrecked the car, and then somehow he left the country.
Wrecked that man's car, and somehow before the man could catch JRello at his Airbnb or hotel location, JRello then jumped on a plane. This y'all people. Oh, do y'all think that I was just go roast night was just for JRello? No. Roast night is for all you JRello fans. All you dudes that sent JRello money over the last 2-3 years, you just as bad as he is. All you dudes that hyped him up as far as content, all you dudes that subscribe to that lame's channel, you just as bad as he is. Don't be coming over here to Love Crossing Borders as if, I didn't know. Clench my pearls. Negro, please. All you super chatters to JRello, you just as bad as he is. You knew he was a pookie. All you do is send him money on the first live stream when he was begging for money in DR. All you do is talk about, I got a good heart, man. I'm just looking out for another man. I know God gonna bless me with my blessings. No, Negro. God don't want you to give to everything and everybody. Some of us men already know in life, we got to learn the hard way. Some dudes need to learn that in life, hard head make a soft behind. But y'all didn't let that happen. Y'all stand in the guy's way. Hey, JRello, I'm sending you a $50 cash app. I'm sending you $100 cash app. Some of y'all paid to see him do stupid stuff. Y'all paid to see it. So all you hypocrites that want to come over here, don't come over here. You can go back to where you were. Oh, you can't. JRello's channel's gone. Then y'all run over to Razor Ray, and Razor Ray, shout out to my brother, y'all be waiting for the controversy. Razor Ray interviewing JRello. Tell us, JRello, what happened in DR? And then y'all run over there. And like I said, shout out to my brother Razor. I got love for him. I'm always supporting Razor Ray all day long. But for all you dudes that want to come over here to Love Crossing Borders and think I was going to only talk about JRello, I'm going to talk about all you lame supporters too. Y'all supported that clown. Hey, I paid $5 because I knew he was going to do something stupid. Hey, I sent him $10 because I know he dumb. You might have. But why would you do something stupid with hard-earned money? You worked for your money. You invested your money. You could have done anything with your money. If you want to see a clown, go to the circus. If you want to laugh, go to a comedy show. But nah, y'all lame supported JRello. Y'all think I was going to let that slide, huh? Y'all supported JRello all the way down to when they took his channel down. Let's say YouTube took our channel down. They've done that before, a few times. Let's say they take our channel down. The one thing you will never have to worry about, was it because we did something that was out of character? And I mean that. Did we say something out of character? Did we do something deceitful? No. Not even when they took channels down. It happens to even some of the best, even to some of the largest content creators. But do realize, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, do realize none of us are immune to getting our channels taken down. But I'll be dang if I get this channel taken down because I was acting stupid. Don't co-sign. Anytime you see something I'm about to do, if you ever think that I'm doing something stupid, you ever think Andrea is about to say or do something stupid, don't support us. I mean that. Don't get caught up with that someday somebody can say, hey, you supported Andrea and Andrea. If you see us saying something stupid, that's why I got many of you dudes in my phone, because I got dudes like T-Mac, Will, Ronan Travels that will put me in check. Andre, hey. Because I don't want to be known as the dude that's doing something stupid. You dudes supported that stupidity from day one. You knew he was a crash. You knew he was a car accident waiting to happen. And I didn't know it was going to be literally, but you knew it and you still supported it anyway. You just as grimy and just as bad. And so I mean it from the bottom of my heart. If you really ain't down with love crossing borders, I don't want to say love crossing borders. I want to say it like that. If you really aren't a positive man when it comes to this travel space, don't come here. This has nothing to do with love crossing borders. That's why I changed my mind. If you're a good dude, we appreciate you being here. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But if you support stupidity, this is not the channel for you. It's not. I wish I could put it another way, but you're not going to see anything that you saw on JRello over here. So don't come over here. Don't subscribe. Don't wait for the next video. None of that. We don't need you over here. We've been doing okay. But if you're a good dude, which most of you men are, we appreciate you. Shout out to my man Jim right in the building. Glad to see you here, brother. He said, Dre, this has to be said. He said, I wouldn't be surprised either. What if JRello fooling everybody? Not with that car. He said, what if he working for the feds? Could be. But even working for the feds, he tore that man car up in DR. And like DC Rob, I'm going to bring that back. Like DC Rob said, that man only got a few cars to rent to foreigners when they come to town. So let's say DC Rob, let's not DC Rob, but JRello was working for the feds. I wouldn't be surprised because our government dumb enough to hire anybody. We know that. So I wouldn't be surprised of any dude. But I can say this. I know what it's like to be an entrepreneur, business owner, LLC. And I know what it's like if you lose a huge chunk of your business. That'll set you back. And then the person that did it disappears. So now you basically kind of don't know what you're going to do. Yeah, it's covered by insurance, but it's still the fact of the matter. You don't know what type, if he doesn't have gap insurance or whether he just have enough insurance to cover those damages. And he just got to scrape the car or scrap the car. At the end of the day, we should not be over in other countries tearing up other people's stuff. Like I just mentioned the other story about the sister that the Afro-Colombian in Cartagena that destroyed that table. We should not be in other countries tearing people's hard-earned stuff up because we wouldn't want somebody to come into our businesses in the United States. And some of you dudes are property owners, right? You wouldn't want somebody to come and just tear up your rental place that you got in the States and then just skip town. So yeah, even if he was working for the feds or even he was fooling us, he still tore a part of that man's business up. That's the sick part. Yeah, the total that car is done, bruh. You can't use that same engine. You definitely can't use that same frame. What you gonna use, that transmission? Yeah, seriously, I was wondering too. Man. It's sad and sick. It's sad and sick. Just look at that man's vehicle. That man in DR, Come on, let's be real. It ain't like the States where we got money in the States. Even the brokest of us would have some money in the States. You in DR, you done bust your butt as a Dominican and you done scrape together 3 or 4 rental cars for these foreigners. You scrape together by hook or by crook 3, 4 rental cars. And don't let this be one of those situations. Check it out, fellas. Don't let this be one of those situations where you are the owner of a rental car company, but you're renting out cars that belong to locals. So the local driver may not be using his car this weekend, so he lets you rent it out to a foreigner, right? And that foreigner has just totaled your car or totaled that local person's car. Man, y'all, some dudes, these passport pookies don't care nothing about nobody's property. Nobody's property. Let's bring this back for all the guys that weren't here earlier. We're going to watch DC Rob.
Establishment in the DR. His name is Mr. Rodriguez. The best I can tell, he's a small rental car owner in the DR. He just has a few cars. So the loss of this one car is a pretty big deal. So if you're not familiar with the story, this is what I can gather. And don't quote me on all the details, but JRello rented a rental car from him, wrecked the car, and then somehow he left the country. I'm not going to fill in any of the details. I don't know any more than that I can verify. So I'm not going to put it out there. Now, the statement that I'm getting ready to read comes directly from the rental car owner. I communicated with him earlier today, and he just wants this out. He's out $5,000 because of this, and he thinks he got snuck off on. So he wants you and everybody else to know, be on the lookout. This guy is a scammer. So let's just jump into his statement right away. Again, the following statement is from Mr. Wilfred Ramon Jerez Rodriguez. This is all from his point of view, but the police records corroborate his statements.
So now the police records are out there. Now the dude's pressing charges.
With the permission of the administrators, I want to make this case public, which I've been handling since October 30th of 2025.
This happened in October. Dre, this happened in October, brother. Sad.
This foreigner, an American national and a YouTuber well known among Americans, goes by the name JRello on YouTube. And his real name is Frini Jarel Gershon. I rented him a gray 28.
His real name is what?
Make this case public, which I've been handling since October 30th of 2025. This foreigner, an American national and a YouTuber well known among Americans, goes by the name JRello on YouTube. And his real name is Frini Jarel Gershon.
Mom, Dad, you need your ass whooped, both of y'all. You'd have named that boy Frini. You couldn't think of nothing else. No other name. You couldn't have named him a junior. You couldn't have named him after his granddaddy or great-grandfather. Wasn't nobody in his family special? On both sides of the family, mom, dad, wasn't nobody special enough for you to name after. You just had to just reach. We gonna name him Frini. Don't put this on the Lord. I know how you black women do. You black mothers always want to say, the Lord told me to name him Frini. He gonna be something in life. No, mama. Mom, sometimes you got to take a L. Dad, you too. Come on up to the front. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on, Dad, right here. Frini. You name that man after a fabric softener? You name that man after, his name sounds like it's a dishwashing liquid. Make sure you get a bottle of Frini on your way out. Frini? You can't even rhyme that with nothing. What, Beanie? What you name the daughter? Wilhelmini? So his name is Frini and his sister name is Wilhelmini? What the mom, dad? There's an L waiting for you for Valentine's Day. I suggest that you accept it when it comes to the door. I might just order a big ass L and have it delivered to his parents' house. Just one big L, like on Sesame Street. The letter of today is L. I'm just delivering the L. Ooh, what is this for Valentine's Day, baby? I don't know what that is, girl. What is that? This is gonna be one big ass L, a 7-foot L being delivered to his parents' doors. Freeney, what the is wrong with y'all? What type of application, what type of job did you, okay, what mom, dad, what type of job did you think your son was gonna get when he grew up? President Freeney? Oh, that famous actor, Freeney? You know, Freeney scored 25 points and 3 blocks. No, that don't sound like NBA either. What you? Oh, mom, dad, I get it. You knew your son was gonna be a scammer, so you gave him a scammer ass name. I got you, mom and dad. You knew your son wasn't gonna be ish in life, so why give him a name that's gonna mean something? So you like, he ain't gonna be ish. This baby look like it ain't gonna be ish. Might as well call him Freeney. He don't need a name that means something. That name does not mean that he's gonna be shaking hands with congressmen and senators and businessmen. What's your name? Freeney Johnson. That sounds like a scammer name. You sure that boy ain't Nigerian? Shout out to my Nigerian brothers. Freeney? It ain't like the NFL player, the white Freeney back in the day that played for the Colts. This dude's first name is Freeney. Do you know how much your parents don't give a fuck about you? Pardon my language, don't give a care about you if they name you Freeney? You ugly and you got an ugly name? Mom, dad, y'all gave less than a F about that boy. You knew that man was gonna be ugly. You looked at him when he was an ugly child, and you gave him you didn't give him a handsome name like Clark, Andre, Rutherford. You didn't give him a strong name. You saw this ugly baby, you was like, he ain't gonna be ish in life. I already know. I can't throw him away now. Well, what we gonna call him, babe? Well, we can call him Freeney. I was just looking at a toilet paper wrapper and it said, this toilet paper is made by a company in Freeney, New Mexico. Well, hey, that's a good enough name. Let's name the boy Freeney. And dad, you co-signed it? You co-signed it. Don't tell me somebody else in your family named Freeney. Well, he was named after his great-grand uncle who invented the toothbrush. No, ain't nobody else in your family named Freeney. You got that off of some type of item you saw around sitting in the hospital. You had just had the baby. What are we gonna name your child, man? What are you gonna name the baby? And you saw a calendar and it said February, but it was so old. Your mama's eyes looking so old and she tired from just having a baby. She said, Freeney? No, that says February, ma'am. That's a calendar. It says February. No, I want to name the baby Freeney after that calendar up there. She didn't just sit around for months pondering, what should I name my only child? What should I name him? She didn't ponder for no Freeney. Your mama was smart. Seriously. She might as well have named that boy Clorox. She might as well have named that baby Clorox. What's your name? What's it? Chlor? Chlor? Yeah, it's short for Clorox. Your mama named you Clorox? Yeah. That'd have been better than calling that boy Freeney. Freeney, get your ass in here, boy. Freeney, did you do your homework? Freeney, you hungry, baby? The name Freeney means, boy, when you gonna get out of jail this time? The name Freeney means who you owe money to this time. The name Freeney is who you done got pregnant this time. Freeney is a name that you get when your parents do not give a F about what's gonna happen with your life. It could be 50 job applications stacked up. You got the number one requirements for that job. As soon as the HR look at the piece of paper and be like, okay, let's see what this what's it? Yeah, we gonna damn man, we just gonna your name going in the trash, bro. Your resume ain't when the last time any of y'all hired a Freeney? You had a coworker named Freeney? Any of your girlfriends, brothers ever been named Freeney? You ever seen a Freeney on Sesame Street? Maybe that's a character name. None of us? We ain't never heard of that bungee. Mom and dad knew he wasn't gonna be ish in life. Mom wasn't stupid. For a second, I thought mom was playing and she was catfishing us. No, mom knew what she was doing. Mom looked down at that ugly ass baby and she was like, oh, ma'am, we need the baby's name for the birth certificate. What's the baby's name gonna be? She got to turn this nigga upside down. The back of his head. She holding the nigga back of his head, ass up, turn him around. Yeah, he looked like a she can turn this nigga sideways. Yeah, he looked like a yeah, what's they say on that calendar? February. I'm gonna name him Freeney. Yeah, we just gonna go with that. Freeney. Yeah, we're gonna go with Freeney. How you spell it? I don't know. She just let the nurse spell it. She just was like, he ain't gonna be ish, nurse. If you mess up his name on the birth certificate, it don't matter. Just anything that rhymes with eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, anything that rhymes with eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The nurse spelled his name. I guess Freeney it is. Freeney? Hey, your mama need a ass. But I understand. If I had that child, shout out, yes, sir. That was my high school. I went to Finney. Shout out to my high school, Finney. Wait a minute. You say it sounds like wait a minute. What you know about Finney? The Highlanders. Shout out to the green and white. I went to Finney. Shout out them Detroit boys.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
You are a true East Sider. You are a true East Sider. Finney High School doesn't even exist anymore. I was about to buy me some Finney t-shirts on eBay, man. Finney no longer, they took my high school. They took our high school, poor man 313, and took our high school. Parents didn't give a damn about that boy. No, that boy was Nigerian. I could tell from his name. Freeney.
I rented him a gray 2018 Honda CR-V for only 4 days. I picked him up at the Santiago airport. We completed a standard rental agreement with insurance and a 25% deductible stated in the contract. He said he was going to Cabarete, but immediately after leaving the Santiago.
Oh, I got jokes for you, Andy. If you want to bring if you want some jokes, I got jokes in the closet. I got jokes in the trunk. See, I'm the dude. You got the wrong one. I ain't one of them dudes that let trollers get away. I'm not one of them dudes that ban the troller. Oh no, I got jokes for dudes like you. You ain't got to be here. We ain't never even seen your ass around anyway. Why are you here? We ain't never seen you on this show. We've been here 7 years. We ain't never seen a motherfucker named Andy. Who your mama named your ass after? Toy Story? Nigga got named after Toy Story. You right now, lift your shoe up, Angie. You got your name at the bottom of your motherfucking shoe. Andy. Only Andy I knew was when I was a shorty, Raggedy Ann and Andy. Your mama named you after goddamn cartoon in the newspapers? Raggedy Ann and Andy? Your mama named you the lazy version of Andrew? The lazy version of Andre? Your name is Andy? Tell me you black. I don't know. Nigga, I need your autograph because I don't know too many black men named Andy. Just name mama just got lazy than the motherfucker and said, fuck it. We ain't gonna name him Andre. That's too masculine. We will not name him Andrew. That's after one of Jesus' disciples. We gonna be lazy than the motherfucker. We gonna name this nigga Andy. You think I get done with Trump? Get your half a name having ass off this channel. Nobody know you. Andy. You want to pop up here from out of no goddamn where. If you don't, you need to be on the phone call to your parents and be like, why y'all give me half a name? Why couldn't I get a whole name like everybody else? You gave my brothers and sisters a whole mama. Hello? Sit your ass down somewhere. Andy. Go ahead. Go and lift up the bottom of your shoe. You know we telling the truth. Lift up the bottom of your shoe just like Toy Story. And your goddamn name is right at the bottom of it right now. You buy some Jordans and you be like, can I get a black magic marker to go with my Jordans? Huh? Yeah, I like to buy those Jordans, but I would like to buy a black marker too, if you don't mind. Okay, sir, the marker is like 50 cents. We've used it. No problem. You pay the $300 for the Jordans. You before they put it in the box. No. Leave it as is. You open up the damn box of Jordans. Dumb at the bottom of your Jordans because you want people to know they're yours. You don't want no woman to make the mistake and say, where you get them Jordans from? You just lift up your foot. A crooked ass A N. You know how motherfuckers been making the N where they make the line go to the other side? The N look like a backwards N. N D Y. Then you put your shoes in the box and walk out the goddamn Foot Locker. Motherfucker. I thought Daddy talking about this dude taking 5. Nigga, I don't care if I take 35. Sit your ass down and take these jokes. Take these jokes. If you was cracking jokes on me, I'd be laughing. I'd be like, shit, that's funny. If you guys crack a joke like Andre went to prison for 10 years and you came with all the prison jokes, I'd be laughing my ass off. I said, well, shit, we wasn't eating good in prison. Shit, 10 years was a long time. Hell no, I ain't mess with them gay dudes. So crack the prison jokes. I don't give a damn. But you ain't gonna come on this live stream and we ain't never see you before and you got half a name? Nigga, please. You done picked the wrong live stream to come on. For real, son named Opie, just lazy family, just lazy names and shit. Just everybody in the family just make it lazy ass names. Mama named Ann. So mom, you just couldn't get a whole name. Yeah, they just named me Ann. I just named my son Andy. Damn, mom, that took a lot of work, huh? A lot of prayer for that, huh? Shh. Sit your ass down somewhere. Lazy names having mother. They didn't put a book. They're gonna write a book of all the lazy names that have come out, and your name and your mama name gonna be right in that motherfucker, right there. Lazy ass Ann and lazy ass Andy. We need a book out of lazy names that you just ain't got to with only one syllable. Your one syllable name, 2 syllable name having motherfuckers. There's anytime your name only got 2-3 syllables, your mom be looking like, I need a book of lazy ass names. We're gonna name one name we're gonna put in there is Freezy. fuck was his parents thinking?
Real name is Frini Jarrell Gershon. I rented him a gray 2018 Honda CRV for only 4 days. I picked him up at the Santiago airport. We completed a standard rental agreement with insurance and a 25% deductible stated in the contract. He said he was going to Cabarete, but immediately after leaving the Santiago airport, he headed towards Punta Cana. While traveling through Santo Domingo, he intentionally caused an accident in order to generate views for his YouTube channel. He caused serious injuries to 2 people. Roadside assistance and AMET arrived.
I just caught that. He caused serious injury to 2 people. We got to be careful out there when we're driving, gentlemen. We got to be more careful when we're renting cars.
Immediately, and he was arrested at the Villa Maya police station in Santo Domingo. From Puerto Plata,
So he got arrested.
I left at 11 p.m. to assist my client first, so that he would not have to spend the night at a police station and instead. But immediately after leaving the Santiago airport, he headed towards Punta Cana. While traveling through Santo Domingo, he intentionally caused an accident in order to generate views for his YouTube channel.
That's crazy. Remember, this was in October, gentlemen. This dude purposely, and these are the words from the guy that owned the car rental. Freeney got his ass out there. No love for humanity. No love for humanity. 2 people in serious injuries. Yeah, Phil, I didn't even catch that before. Get your cousin, gentlemen. Get your cousin.
He caused serious injuries to 2 people. Roadside assistance and AMET arrived immediately, and he was arrested at the Villa Maya police station in Santo Domingo. From Puerto Plata, I left at 11 p.m. to assist my client first, so that he would not have to spend the night at a police station and instead stay with me in a hotel in a comfortable room. The following day, September 1st, we went to the police station. I took responsibility for the damages to the third party and for the 2 injured people caused by my client.
So he had to take responsibility because of his car rental for the client and his vehicle and any towing that had to take place. That's what the headache that the guy that rented this car to JRello had to go through. Shout out to my brother Blade Runner with the $5 love on Cash App. Sad, man. That's so true, Chris. So true. But okay. And for those that might think that this might be far-fetched, anybody that ever watched Floyd's YouTube videos while he was in the States, where he was getting arrested on purpose with all those police officers, he did it in Indiana, got arrested on purpose. One time when he was in Iowa, he was carrying a rifle case. We're talking about Floyd for his YouTube channel that he had in the States that was going viral among white people. White dudes loved Floyd in the States, loved him. Because he was proving that you could be falsely arrested. That's what his YouTube channel was about. Being falsely arrested from state to state to state to state. Right? And the dude had, in one sense, the police officer said, put it down. And Floyd said, I have a right to have this case. Put his own life in jeopardy several times for views. So to hear that JRello did it, quite obvious he had a valid U.S. driver's license. Couldn't have had one from Colombia. Crashing into people. Shout out to Dre in the building.
I also paid the bail so that he could be released from custody. He told me to take him to Punta Cana where his family was and that he would pay me for the damages caused and his 25% deductible responsibility as stated in the contract.
Okay, so the guy came and picked him up at the spot of the accident. He said that afterwards he said, take him to Punta Cana. Once I get to my people, I will pay you for the damages, all the extra stuff, and for the ride.
I immediately proceeded and traveled to Punta Cana, protecting my client at all times until we arrived. Once there, he told me to keep his passport as a guarantee that he would pay me. We stopped at the Plaza Juan Pablo in Bávaro, Punta Cana, and he went into Jumbo to withdraw the money to pay me. I waited 3 hours and he never came out. He contacted the embassy, obtained a second passport, and left the country. Attached is the formal complaint.
Damn. So he went to Jumbo grocery store as if he was going to the ATM. You know, most grocery stores have more than one way in and more than one way out. So he snuck out of the other spot, contact the consulate, the U.S. Embassy, got another passport delivered to wherever, and snuck out the country. Charles says this. He said, how's he going to do that when he has been begging viewers for cash apps and super? That's true. That's a good point, Charles. Who are these viewers that are supporting him? That's why I said, man, don't come over here. If they one of them dudes, don't come over here. He said, we don't need supporters like that. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Shout out to you, MAB. Goodness gracious, man. This is crazy. I told y'all it's going to be crazy. These Pookies, man.
An arrest warrant so that others are aware of this individual. He is a thief, a scammer, and an abuser of trust. So again, that is from the rental car manager. His name again is Wilfred Ramon Jerez Rodriguez. And that's from his point of view.
Let me say how I got locked up out here in the...
Now here we go. Just when you thought it was safe to go in the water, we got another passport Pookie. This brother is on TikTok. This happened to him in 2024, 2025. So if y'all think Floyd the only ugly, ugly, I don't know what's going on. But these Pookies ain't never the handsome dudes, man. I swear. Ain't never a handsome Pookie. These Pookies be looking like, oh, this dude got locked up in DR. We're going to listen to his story. Got 10 parts to it. It's not long, but it's long enough. So let's hear what he had to say.
Dominican Republic, abroad for over a year and a half.
So again, that is from the rental car manager. His name again is Wilfred Ramon Jerez Rodriguez. And that's from his point of view.
Let me say how I got locked up out here in Dominican Republic, abroad for over a year and a half, went to a prison, all because somebody lied on me about.
It was their fault. They lied. I went to prison for a year and a half in a foreign country because somebody else was lying. Not me. Oh, no, not me. Somebody else was telling these fabrications. But somehow, some way, I was the one that was sentenced and locked up in DR. Let's go, Pookie. Let's see what you got to say.
Something that I never even did. All right. So a lot of y'all people don't know, but y'all know, y'all see little clips of my story. All right. I was dealing with a girl, all right, which I thought, you feel me, that we would be able to be in a relationship because we had knew each other.
Okay. It always goes back to a girl, doesn't it?
And a lot of people would be like, why, how did all this happen? Shorty had my name tattooed on her face. I would have never thought that it would have been like that. And
how many of y'all gonna deal with some women in another country that's gonna put a tattoo of your name on her face? I'm gonna say something to some of you younger brothers. Anytime you got a female put tattoos of you or your name on her neck, chest, face, it ain't gonna work out, bruh. I know you think it's cute, it's a flex. Mature men, mature audiences, I think us generation, X, we didn't grow up in an era like that where a bunch of females putting tattoos all on their forehead with my name on it or under an eye or we ain't grew up with that. But I'm gonna say something to you younger brothers. I know y'all think that is kind of cool and kind of cute. She tatted my name. She in love. She put, dude, that us older men ain't never thought that was cool. We ain't never thought a female putting my name across her shoulder, not her shoulder, shoulder blades in the back was cool. Across her chest in the front was cool. We ain't never thought that was cool. You asking for we always said this, our generation, we always said this, no matter if she put a tat on her arm, on her butt, whatever. We always said this. Yep, Blade Runner. If she put the tat on, the relationship gonna end. That's how our generation was raised. We was raised, don't put a tat on. Why? It ain't gonna last. Now we knew there was no really proof for it, but we still, it's kind of like one of our little urban legend type of things in our community when we were coming up. So having a chick put a tat on you, that was taboo. If you want the relationship, that's how we was raised. If you want the relationship, you can't have a relationship and a tat as well. So we didn't get all that mess. Y'all generation came millennials, Gen Zers, and y'all think that's cute. I'm here to tell y'all, bruh, it ain't cute. And for y'all to sit up there and let these young ladies put this on them, thinking that y'all gonna be with them forever, and you know you ain't, but you just want the flex. Dude, what does that say about you, bruh? Yeah. That's crazy, man. Andre got a little almost invisible butterfly right there. And she got some doves, small little doves back there. That's it. That's it. She is, no. And if you meet Andre, you won't even notice the little butterfly. Just a nice little butterfly right there, little monarch butterfly. And some doves, like small little doves in flight. And that's it. I ain't gonna be walking around with no wife with a bunch of tats. Yeah, I'm like that. I can't stand a bunch of tats on a chick. The new tat is no tats. There's so many tatted up chicks. The new tat is no tats. That's the flex, no tats. Let's continue on, gentlemen. I'm going to shut up for a minute.
You feel me? It was a baby involved. So the girl that I was dealing with was kind of like jealous, all the time jealous, always just abusive and always putting her hands on me and shit. But I wouldn't put my hands on. Let me remind y'all, Charlie decided that she wanted to, get me locked up. But let me tell you how she did it. First, we never had any problems. We never had any issues. Everything was good. So I posted a video of me in the house. She was arguing about a test that I needed to take, which was been a DNA test. So everybody was like, why you say on the video, you're gonna find out. And I was telling her, like, you're gonna find out that I take care of my kids. You're gonna find out just like how my other baby mamas found out that I do what I'm supposed to do.
This dude say the other baby mamas, plural. This dude said, I take care of my kids. Just ask my other baby mamas. Mind you, the brother's in DR when all this is going on. So based off how he's telling the story, he's got kids. I know I said I was gonna shut up. But it's getting juicy. Okay.
Now you gonna find out that you can't just go to the government when it comes to me because I know how to hustle. So anyway, the girl decided that she was jealous because some women that I dealt with in this in a restaurant, she felt like I was always talking to her, but I was actually trying to like do a business. The lady owned restaurants out here in Dominican Republic, and she was trying to offer me a bar. So I started talking to the lady so we can end up going to the place. We would actually go to the bar and then figure out like all the shit that I needed, how much it would cost. It wasn't even crazy amount of money. But I even tried to get her to go. But with her finding out that she was pregnant, which I don't even think she was even pregnant by me, we'll talk about that later. But at the time, we found out she was pregnant. And I offered her, I'm like, hey, yo, come with us to come to the bar and what. Now, with me knowing that she was pregnant, I would never put my hands on her. Never would, never will, just didn't do it. All right. So she decided every time that she got mad and angry, she decided that she wanted to put her hands on me. Now, what I noticed about her whenever she was putting her hands on me is like she always like put her face out like, yeah, hit me, like she would want me to hit me. And I'm like, nah, something wrong with her. She crazy. I'm not gonna put my hands on you. Now, what Shorty did when she would like throw shit at me all the time, like lamps and shit like that, Shorty would actually hit herself. Like, I don't know if you ever seen the.
He said she was throwing lamps. Old school. She throwing lamps.
Movie Thin Line Between Love and Hate. I watched this movie with Martin. Whenever the girl was hitting herself, Shorty would do shit like that, take pictures of the shit, and then come and show me this shit. And I'm like, why you showing me that? Like, you did that to yourself. You the one that's throwing shit all the time. She like, I never thought anything about it. Left it alone. So one day, I decided to go to meet the lady at the bar, because that was the night that she was showing me like the bar. She pulled up and they got into a bad heated ass argument. An argument that was so crazy. Shorty was in there fucking up the restaurant. I don't want to say the name of the restaurant, but it's a nice ass restaurant and it started with a K. And y'all can go do y'all research instead of D'Amico and figure out what it is. And it's on Omarosa. There we go. So they end up getting into a bad argument about it, and the lady in the restaurant told me, I should have listened to her whenever she told me. She was like, you know, it's a group of women out here, because they end up getting in an argument, and she had police friends, and ended up finding out her name and shit. She ended up telling me something about like how girls be out here, which with chapter daughters, they come out here and they do little shit like this, start arguments and want you to hit them and stuff like that. And she was like, just be careful. If you want me to, we'll go ahead and get my police friend to do an order of protection, what I should have did, but I didn't do it. But I didn't want to go back to the house because I knew how the shit was gonna go, because like Shorty was always abusive all the time. Like, I just knew how it was gonna go, so I just left it alone. So she wanted me to come back home, which I didn't even think about it. I was like, nah, Shorty offered me an apartment because she owned an apartment. So I went to the apartments that she had gave me, and Shorty just didn't like it. She just didn't like it at all. With her knowing that I'm inside this woman's apartments, she's feeling some type of way. So I'm not coming to the house. We're talking. We're communicating. I'm seeing her. Like, I come to the house. It was not too far from down the street from the house. Like, it was walking distance, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So like, I went over there. I'm trying to grab my things, like get my clothes and stuff, like back and forth, just trying to, you feel me? So she feels some type of way. So she just starts an argument with me. And then she just started putting her hands on me. I'm like, hold on.
Now, mind you, as he's telling this story, excuse me, he already said how violent she was. Let's lay the foundation. Stay sad brother saves his money, goes to DR. Whether he was watching a tailor-made dream video or somebody else's that went to DR. I'm going to DR. Went there, and out of all the Dominican women that was there, he found him a problematic woman. It happens. Okay. Why didn't he leave? This is not your country, not your home. The way that it sounds, he was living with her. A violent woman fellas, I understand sometimes money is right, sometimes your money is wrong. I got it. We all been there, right? Sometimes your money just right, sometimes your money gets tight. I got you. I mean that. But if you go to another country and you got to live with the girl in Medellin, go on back home, bro. Get your money right. If you go to another country and you have to live with the chick in Thailand because you ain't got nothing to go back home to, bro, go on back home, get your money right. I don't care if you got to rent a room back home. Go on back home, get your money right. Some of us don't even acknowledge or realize there's a time there's nothing wrong with going back home or getting an online job or doing whatever it is. Get your money right. Nothing wrong with that. If you're a man, you've been there. You've been when his times are tight, times are good. Feast or famine. You've been there. Let's not judge another man. But if you know that the woman is violent, she's been throwing lamps and, like you said, other things, and she know you ain't got nowhere to go to in DR, and you probably ain't got nowhere to go to back home in the States, and you still there, and and he tries to sell it as if he's so innocent. It's sad, man. These pookies and this pookie behavior. So for all the dudes that say that there's no such thing as a passport pookie, I beg to differ, because these dudes are showcasing exactly what we're talking about. Low-key observation, white pookie always tells stories from their emotions, like I caught that. No accountability. I'm the victim. It wasn't my fault. It was all hers that I spent a year and a half in jail in Dominican Republic. Wasn't my fault. None of that was on me. Shout out to my brother I Am F in the building, as well as my brother the African Wolf. He said no accountability, just like I said. I didn't know she wrote that. No accountability, just like other feminists. I need you guys to do me a favor, because we're building our background or backup channel, which has been Andrea's channel. Andrea's channel has been around for since 2019. We're building that channel up to 10,000 subscribers. The reason why I need for you guys to subscribe tonight, and it's not about just Andrea. We all know that YouTube has been funny style over the last couple years. 1 minute the channel was there, and the next minute your favorite YouTuber who's done nothing wrong or has done something wrong, it's gone. So to keep the ball rolling for us, we have Andrea's channel as backup. So whenever we do a live stream, like right now, like for the last year, we've been live on Andrea's channel as well. So we need for you guys to subscribe. If you're really enjoying the type of content and brotherhood that we have over here with Love Crossing Borders, just as a backup, just in case, click the link. Andrea's channel is live right now anyway. Subscribe to the channel. And this will be our backup. So just in case anything ever happens, what happened to Love Crossing Borders? What happened to Love Crossing Borders? We got Andrea's channel as the backup. Andrea Wallace TV. And thanks, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Let's now back to the topics, the subject matter at hand. My brother said, Flicky said, say less will be subscribed tonight. Shout out to you guys. My brother already said, he said, Andrew said that I've already subscribed. Shout out to Andrew Craig in the building. I didn't know Andrew was here. And Zeta. Oh man, the family's in the building. He said, these Pookie, they mess it up for us so bad. So bad. Let's get back to the video, guys. And thank you guys seriously for subscribing over there with Andrea's channel. Let's continue on with this story here. My bad.
No way, I ain't with none of this. She even like I just over exaggerated everything and just started just just throwing herself, like literally just throwing herself on the ground. And I definitely have videos of that for you guys, and I just haven't posted a lot of these things. But she was just throwing herself, and I'm just watching her throw herself and whatnot. And I'm like, man, let me get the fuck up out of here. And I just left. I left, but I left some of my shit there, which I was trying to grab. That was the whole point of me even going over there, just to grab the rest of my things. So I leave, and then she's like, I didn't even think anything about it. She's like, I fell out, and I'm just going to the hospital just to go check on the baby or whatnot. And I'm like, huh? You fell out, but you didn't, like, you just throwed yourself around, the house and whatnot. But come to find out, that is when she was building up her order of protection shit against me. So she went to the hospital and told them that I punched her in the stomach like numerous amounts of times, which I never did. I record everything. I record, especially when it comes to women, especially in a foreign country. I record everything. I record everything. So she said I punched her in the stomach, kicked her, and did all kind of crazy shit. Man, it was no bruises on this woman whatsoever. So I'm not thinking about any of this shit. I'm like, man, look, I'm about to get ready to leave. I went back to I was already at the crib, but the lights and shit was always cut on and off inside the apartment that I was. Well, her knowing that I was very uncomfortable with being inside of the house with the lights and shit being off, she's like, all right, come to the house, baby. I'm sorry. I should have never did this. Just trying to get me to come over there, to come to the house, which I didn't have no problem with because I'm the one that paid for the shit. I was the one that was written out the motherfucking shit. It was just in her name because she fucked up my app. And when I think about it, when I think about this shit after the long run and how everything is done, I feel like she kind of fucked it up, the app, doing that shit so she can get the house so it can be on her terms versus it would have been the other way around. If the police would have came and it was in my name, they would have just kicked her ass out. But anywho, so she tell me to come over to the house. I'm gonna cook you breakfast, like just shit, normal shit that I was used to her doing for a nigga every day, like cooking breakfast, So I get over there. And we just talking. At first we started talking, and that's when I started recording because she started tweaking out after she started talking about a test, and I was like, look, we should go get the test. Like, I want to go get the test, you want to get the test, but I'm still going.
Man, does he speak English? That's the question. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You know, we went over there, da 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 da. And then she starts throwing stuff and little something, da 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 da. Does he speak English? This is the question. Inquiring minds want to know. And maybe he does. I believe from watching some of his TikTok, I believe he does speak Espanol. Did it help? No. Some of you dudes you guys are great in Spanish. But if you're not up to par with, who you should have in your life and who you shouldn't, that could be a little problematic. Just like this brother. He said, I understand. And you say, because he said, I'm from the South. Yes, shout out to the Southern brothers. Shout out to them Southern brothers. What you really know about the dirty South? What you really know about the dirty South? Yeah, but I believe that he does speak Spanish. But that should have caused him to, get a better woman. But let's finish listening. We're just on part 5 of 10. There are 10 parts.
Went to the house. She's like, nah, you're not about to get ready to leave it out. Because I'm grabbing my shit at the time. I'm grabbing all my clothes and taking my clothes with me to the other house. She's like, you're not about to get ready to leave. And this is what y'all see. This is the video that you guys see of us inside of the house. And she just running around. I couldn't show the video at the time because obviously she didn't have the fucking clothes on. And 2, the Dominican Republic weird, but I can show her face, and that's exactly what I'm about to get ready to do now since the case is over with anyway. So she starts just get hyped up and start tweaking out, and literally this was on live. I recorded this shit on Facebook Live. So I'm thinking shit, just normal shit that she usually do. But no, Shorty had her own plan. So Shorty decided to call the police because I'm at the door and I'm trying to just leave out. I'm trying to leave. Remind you, I'm trying to leave. She calls the police and have them come here. So that's when I walk out the door. I mean, not at the door, walk to the gate, and I'm trying to tell the police, hey, look, please, get me out of here. I just wanted to get my stuff. I just want to leave and go home. Can we just just let me leave. The police had their own fucking thing. They grabbed my ass, locked me up, and took me into the car when we on the ride. Now, mind you, on the ride over there, this girl is literally in the car saying how she's gonna get me locked up and how like I'm gonna go to jail and prison and I'm gonna be here for 20 years and da-da-da-da. She's saying all this shit, saying how I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna just lie and do like she's saying this shit in the car. Well, remind you, we in Dominican Republic, but in her head, she thinks everybody, she's the only, for some odd reason, she feel like she's the only person that speaks English. Come to find out in the future, the police that was in the car spoke English. And she was just saying all this incriminating shit about herself. And this is what helped me at the end.
So she speaks English. And not that he spoke Spanish. He probably speaks Spanish by not being in jail for a year and a half. Just imagine how good your Spanish is. Being in jail in a country for a year and a half. You ain't got a choice to have good Spanish, but have good Spanish when you walk out. So she's in the back of the police car, I guess, talking to him recklessly, not realizing that there are English speakers as the police.
All right, so she just saying all kind of crazy shit. She go in there and try to show them. Like at first she wanted me to sign papers over for a baby. Now I'm like, how the fuck I'm gonna do that? Like, why the hell would I sign for a baby? Because we went to the public ministerial publico or something like that. We went to the place that handled the case and shit like that. I'm telling them how like I just been, I don't like. She's saying she's pregnant. I haven't had a test. They asked me, am I gonna sign for it? Am I gonna take like rights to shit over? I'm like, I ain't no dumbass nigga. Like she just trying to like get me to sign some shit about a baby that I don't even know if it's fucking mine. We just sit here and had an argument about I need to get a DNA test. Like I'm not no dumbass nigga. So like they see that I'm not about to get ready to do that. I tell them I don't know. She's like, all right, but since you want to not sign the paperwork for the baby, we're gonna send you to the jail. So that's when they sent me to this fucking crazy ass holding cell. So while I'm in this holding cell, I'm having the most like weirdest feelings and shit going on because I don't know what the fuck going on. Like how we go from that house straight to here through all this shit. Like I'm just lost. So while I'm in there, you feel me? She's crying. Well, not even crying, upset. Not even her just yet. Let's not fast forward all the way there. She had some lady. I've never met this lady. Now, remind you, we had been living together for like over 3 months. Like at the time, maybe 4 months. We had been living together.
Whether he's staying with her or she's staying with him, the fact that he's putting himself in the position to allow this to happen, I do not understand it. And a lot of us are doing this. I mean that. I'm seeing too many of us that are doing this in different countries. Some of y'all ain't got no business being in zone 1 and zone 2 in Colombia. Why are you living and dating women in zone 1 and zone 2? She fine. Most of y'all ain't even dating fine chicks over there. Most of y'all ain't even dating hot chicks over there. It's on us. I mean, you know what's so disappointing about it? I kid you not. African Wolf, this is the disappointing part. We stack our money or have our economics in order, get our passports and go to these other countries looking to develop new lives. And we're sincere about it. Clean slate, I can be who I really want to be in life. Too many of us are going to other countries and having a worse life outside of the United States than the life we had in the United States. Not everybody's leaving and having a great experience. There are a lot of men and women with passports that are living tempestuous, zoomorphic lives outside the States. And I understand his case, you know. I love my baby mother. I never let her go. I get it. But he's not the only one that we've come across over the years. He's not the first one to be a pookie. It should be tiring. Being a pookie is hard, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's dangerous. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. That woman could have easily did something to him in his sleep. If she's willing to get him locked up in jail for a year and a half, do you not think that that woman will be willing to have something done to him in his sleep? Do you think that woman would have no problem with put something in his food while he eats? That I love my baby mother mindset, that's got to go. I love my baby mother. I never let her go. Shout out to Bobby Coltrane of the Coltrane family in the building. He said, if I'm not living in the hood in America, I am not doing it in a foreign country. Facts. Shout out to Kings and Dreams in the building. I'm going to send you over this video, Kings, so you can do a reaction to this one too. He said, ain't no dude smiling, grinning about going to jail. This is how some of these dudes are. They don't even realize the severity of their problem. That baseball cap wearing Pookie is straight insane, right? Pookie spent his last check on his Colombian trip. The last one.
So like, I've never seen this person before that come up. This lady comes in. This is when the extortion part started to come in between her and the lawyer. Now, the woman from the restaurant gave me a lawyer that she had knew, but like this lawyer, he iffy. He's really good, but he was stealing. He was definitely stealing. He stole from her the money that I was supposed to give. Now they kept on calling to me and saying like, they had this woman just came out of nowhere. And she's trying to like get me to pay like this amount of money that I just wasn't going to pay. Like somebody come up to you ain't never met them before and they just telling you, hey, look, you need to pay $8,000, $10,000. I'm like, y'all, I'm not about to get ready to pay $10,000, $8,000 to this woman. She know that we live together and all this extra shit. And plus, why the fuck she ain't back here? Or why my lawyer ain't like, why am I talking to you type shit? You feel me? So like.
Number two. He shouldn't. Number one was he shouldn't even had her in his life. Number two, he should not have even been in a relationship with this woman, living with her. That's number two. Living with people in other countries, and you know she ain't right, and you know that you aren't right. That's bad. Number three, he just mentioned it. Let me bring that back.
Y'all, I'm not about to get ready to pay $10,000, $8,000 to this woman. She know that we live together and all this extra shit. And plus, why the fuck she ain't back here? Or why my lawyer ain't like, why am I talking to you type shit?
Many of us make the mistake and assume that when we go to other countries, our American laws go with us. You think how they do things in the county jails in DR are equal to the Caribbean, are equal to Japan's, are equal to the United States? They're not. Well, I should be getting a law. Who told you that? Well, my attorney, who told you that? Did you research it before you got on the plane? Because we've seen a lot of people get locked up in Dubai thinking that they knew the laws, and all you knew were the laws of the states, and you didn't know the laws of Dubai, and now you're locked up. Number three, stop going to other countries assuming that you know the laws of those countries. Get to know for sure the laws of those other countries, at least a few of them, about 5 or 6, right? But to be going to other countries, I need to see my lawyer, and why isn't she back here? And what? She's the one that's pressing charges. Why should she be back there? Is it just me? In any court that I know of, and I could be wrong, DR could be different. How is it that you think that the person that's pressing charges on you is supposed to be back there conversing with you? She's done her job, and now you about to do your time.
Feel me? So like, this woman just knew that I just wasn't gonna do it, so she would come back. She was like, "Well, do you got this amount?" Then like the lawyer come, and then he like, "Well, do you got this amount?" And I'm like, "Look, I give you this right here, and let's go ahead and just let me out so I can go home." All right, so which was like probably $2,000 or some shit like that. It was $2,000. I gave $2,000 him, the lawyer, $2,000. He would give the money to her so we can get this shit out the way. This nigga ran off with the money.
How many of you guys are surprised? I was waiting for that one. By the way, for all you guys that think that I've seen this all the way through, I haven't. I've seen it in snippets. I was too busy putting it together. So I'm looking at this for the first time as you are. And I was waiting for somebody to scam him. I was waiting for him to put some money in somebody's pocket so they can run off. You are in jail. Instead of taking your butt to at least talking to a police officer, I would have been listen, officer before you put me in a car, before you put me in this police car, officer. I got 500 USD right now. Drop all this, let all this go. I didn't put my hands on her. I know she cussing and fussing. I got 500. 500 for me and my partner. Oh man, y'all trying to hurt me. Okay. 300 for you, 300 for your partner. I could do it like that. That's before the 500 was 250 each. Now y'all got 300 each. Y'all can go home, eat good. That's your money for the month, bruh. You want to wait to negotiate while you in jail in DR and you didn't talk to the police officers on whom you really should have negotiated with? Man, y'all doing this bass backwards, bruh. It is not this hard. I'm going to say something to y'all for real. Y'all ready? All you guys that are thinking about moving to another country, it's not as hard as these dudes make it look. Living in another country is not as hard as JRello and all them make it look. This brother, living in another country is not as hard as these dudes are making it look. Just in case some of you guys, because I know you hear all these horror stories and dudes getting drugged. True. But you also hear the stories of me and all the other guys in the comment section. It is not as hard as you guys are making it to be. These dudes make relocation look hard. It is not as hard as Floyd made it to be. Being in Brazil, shout out to my brother Austin, but moving to Brazil is not as hard as Austin made it out to be. There have been plenty of brothers that were in Brazil making movies about Brazil. Don't forget, brothers made movies from Charles Tyler to my man Al Grease made movies about Brazil. Ain't nobody say nothing. You know why? Because them dudes don't make it hard to live in Brazil. Austin and the young dudes came along and made it hard to be in Brazil the way that they were doing it. There are plenty of brothers that are living in all you guys, I kid you not, that are thinking about leaving. These are not the examples that you want to watch. These are not the examples. We watch these guys for entertainment, but in truth, shout to Kings and Dreams. These dudes aren't the real deal. He said, "Big bro took my thumbnail title tonight." Like I said, you didn't know about this one. So So in return, Jay, I'm going to get you the video of this one so you can do a response to this one. Because a lot of guys don't know about this particular event that took place. So I got your back on this one. Shout out to you with the super chat. He said, I wouldn't be surprised if a scammer gave him a consultation prize of a suitcase with 100 baby crumpled up chicks on the inside. I said crumpled up. I mean, chirping chicks. 100 chirping chicks on the inside. Oh yeah, Jay, I got your back, family. Hey Jay, how's little man leg doing? How's his leg doing? Let me know how his leg is doing. Andrew says, from Anton, I found his friend Fred in Salvador. He's doing well in Brazil. I get the point. So some brothers have no problem, no issues in Brazil. Not at all. Let's continue on, gentlemen.
This nigga ran off with the money that I had gave to her that's supposed to have been given to her. Now, remind you, they had me inside this place. It had been weeks. Now, a lot of people was like, oh, I've been to the Dominican jail before. They let me out the same day. No, they had me in this motherfucker for weeks. Now, remind you, it's 40 niggas in one room. This is the video where I showed you guys where there's like 40 niggas inside that room. We in this bitch fighting, all kind of shit. I'm watching people get poked. You feel me? I don't watch people get jumped on. Like, they were just going on inside this place. So the whole time we just waiting for this shit just to be pretty much over, and I'm waiting on them to figure out what's going on. So now the first time they come to me after the person took the fucking money, they asked me could I afford to leave, because I told them I didn't have no more money. But they're like, do you got the money for the ticket? We can go ahead and try to get you to the courthouse, and then you can, you know, just tell them and we just go ahead and let you leave. You feel me? So I told them, yeah, I got the money. I booked the ticket. Now, remind you, this was on a Friday or Thursday or Friday. They told me it was Thursday. They told me to book it for the next day, which would have been Friday. And I did that shit. I did it. And then when time came for us to go to court or whatnot, they told me, nah, you can't leave. So now I'm stuck. Now I had to cancel this flight and try to get the money back. And y'all know how that shit go. But it so happened to be my first time ever canceling the flight. So they ended up giving me my money back. But now with this going on, we trying to figure out what's going on. So now they come to find out, like, this girl she goes inside of the judge, the first judge that we end up seeing, because they switched so many judges out here in the Dominican Republic. So don't ever get locked up out here. So we go to this first judge. She's crying and telling.
Notice he's still out there. He said, don't ever get locked up out here in the Dominican Republic. He's still out there. After doing 1.5 years in jail. Let's backtrack it for brother from down under. Shout out to you, brother. Dude got off the plane in DR, met this chick in DR. She's violent. She's psycho. She's, based off of what he said, she's pretending to be pregnant. He doesn't know if it's his baby or not, or even if she's pregnant or not, right? That's what we've seen thus far. She has episodes, if you will. She's throwing lamps, according to him, and other things. They've had several violent moments. This time she even attacked herself, called the police, and told the police that he did it. He didn't have enough money for the bribe. Instead of bribing the police like everybody else does in DR, he thought, hey, I didn't touch her. The judge will let me go, or, you know, they'll let me go when I get downtown. He had no place else to go in the States the way that he's talking. He had no place else to go in DR. Check it. Check it. This is how crazy this sounds. Y'all ready? A lot of stuff I feel like lead attorney today. A lot of stuff we're overlooking. We're overlooking the fact that this guy has $2,000 in his bank account, not including the money he had for the flight that he said that he just paid for, right? So let's say that was a $500 flight. This dude had at least $2,500. Why did he keep messing with her? Why do you guys think that a man that has money still continues to mess with a woman instead of leaving? I want to hear what you guys have to say. Would I say that there are some brothers and white dudes that's mentally not ready for relationships at all? And the worst thing that they can do for themselves is being in a relationship. You've got money. You can go DR, you can get you a nice little place for $600 a month. You ain't got to be up under her. You got more money than JRello. And you decide to stay in the hood with a chick and end up going to jail for 1.5 years. End up going to jail for 1.5 years. King says this, he has to do 4 weeks in rehab. Basketball. Oh, he has to do 4 weeks of rehab. Oh, does he? Yeah, I'm about to ask you about basketball. I knew basketball season was done. Indoor football is likely done. He doesn't want to do any karate anymore. He'll be okay. Yeah. I can understand how low man feeling, you know. He's used to playing sports year round. That's all you've ever had him in. And then all of a sudden, you know, he has a little situation with his legs. So I know he's kind of like feeling like, man, I'm missing out on my friends, you know, in sports that I'm missing out on. So I could feel, you know, I'm keeping him in my prayers, man. That's a good little man. Good work, Dad. Good work. Good work. He said, I ain't getting no dance, no self-esteem. That's for true. He's basically a big boy, a big ass boy. That's true. Shout out to Stony Pony in the building. Stone Pony in the building. Representing, brother. He said the first time that she went off, he should have left her right there, right then and right there. That's so true. And a lot of times men don't leave. By the way, you know I got some photos of her. Come on, you know Dre got the receipts. So I got some video of her. Oh, I got the receipts, bruh. So you guys gonna see when I say ugly, attracts ugly. Okay. Yep. He can't tell pretty pussy no. If he had some, dog, this is an ugly chick. That's why I say I got receipts. Some of y'all don't get a chance to tell pretty pussy no, because you ain't going to get no pretty pussy in another country. Y'all think I'm just talking? It is plenty of brothers that I know that I smile at. You know how somebody just smile at an ugly baby because the baby ugly? You like, this my new baby. Oh. It's the same thing I've done to some of y'all ladies. I ain't gonna lie. I got this the first time I'm admitting this. I have seen dudes here in Colombia walking with such pride, and the woman on your arm be ugly than a motherfucker, even here in Colombia. And I'll be like, oh, how you know? Andre, I want you to meet Maria. Andre love crossing borders. He's the reason why I'm here in Cali. And I'll be like, oh, how you doing, Maria? And I'll be thinking to myself, like, God, that's the best that you can find in Cali? That's the best that you can find in Cali, the best. But, you know, I play nice. And, you know, I play nice. Yeah, some of them dudes, man. I kid you not. I troll for real. I had to do that several times. I had to do the ugly baby look, like, that baby's so cute. And I do that with some of y'all dudes, with dudes that I met, not you guys, but dudes that I met. Some dudes, ugly, and they attract ugly women. And they will be so proud. Dude, them dudes be having their chests out. Hey, Dre, I want you to meet my girl, Maria. Maria Andre, love crossing borders. Yeah, she's a keeper. She's a keeper, Dre. And I'll be looking like, you telling me you came to Colombia to get a 3 that looks like an American 2? I'm like, dog, y'all doing this backwards. It is not that serious. It is not that serious. Shout out to my man Will. Chill with Will in the building. The Medellin men. Salutations, Andre, and chat family. Smash that like button. He said, oh, I know I missed a little. You missed a lot. He said, I had a date. Okay, enjoy yourself, brother. Enjoy yourself. He said, with a beautiful Colombiana. He said, the date only cost me, come on, man. You know what you're doing. 70,000 pesos. Learn the culture, people. Yes, because you know you start to recognize with the nice restaurants where you can go to in certain areas, and it don't cost you the gringo prices. This man paid like $22, $23. $22, $23, if that. Wait a minute. Yep, if that. For a great night. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Will. I ain't mad at you, brother. You doing it just right. He said, Andre, you made me. He said, you made me too selective here in Cal. Hey, man, some of y'all be having some bad. Hey, don't get it twisted. I done seen some of y'all with some baddies. Baddies. Don't get it twisted. One of the brothers in the comments met him with some twins. I ain't gonna say who it was, but he know. Had some twins down here. I was like, okay, bro, I see your work. Oh, actually 18. It was 18. Shout out. 1864 for an amazing day with a beautiful woman in Medellin. I ain't mad at you, Will. Do you, bruh. He said, salute family. He said, took your advice, brought that Louis Vuitton imagination, and bought stocks in LV. Yeah, we're gonna do a part 2 of that particular episode, the Cologne episode. That was fun, man. That was a fun episode. Yes, sir. Let's continue on with the video, gentlemen.
Telling them how she's lied and she's sorry and this should have never happened. Can you let them go? Let them go. They wasn't hearing that shit. They was not trying to let me go. None of that. So I'm sitting. They sent me back to the goddamn jail. They sent me to the jail, and then I'm just sitting in this motherfucker, just trying to figure out what's going on. So time went by. I told y'all a little story. I go into details in another video about like the insides of the jail, but like we inside of the jail and whatnot. They end up sending me to another prison. Now, this like they sent me to the prison, which was St. Louis, the bigger prison. It wasn't the regular holding cell. They end up sending me to St. Louis. So St. Louis, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna get this money, and for me to be able to leave. So the whole time that I've been inside of this prison in St. Louis, in Benefits Canal, I don't even know how they let it happen. The same person that they had a order of protection on me, she was able to come to the prison, come to the holding cell, all of that, bring me food and shit.
So she was able to come to the prison after she got a protective order on him. He still was having her bring him food, zoom zooms and wham whams. Shout out to my brother for the $20 love. He said, good show, brother. Good show. I hope you're having a good time, Arliss. Goodness gracious, man. Oh, like I said, you guys, I got receipts. I'm gonna let you guys see this chick. Just hang around, gentlemen. Just a few more moments. You guys gonna be like, what? Yeah. Yeah. In the Black Men's Travel WhatsApp group, they destroyed him when they saw the chick. That's what made me do the video. The Black Men, shout out to Passport Bro group, man. Them dudes in the Passport Bro group, when they saw that chick, they destroyed him. I was like, I gotta do a video on this one. And as I was doing my research, he had the whole story on TikTok. So a lot of guys haven't had a chance to hear his story. Oh yeah, this chick, you're like, what? But hey, I told y'all about them ugly chicks liking y'all.
Let her bring me food. Like Ashley, me and her had relations inside of the jail, which, you know, if you got money out here in the Dominican Republic, you could do stuff like that. So we just vibing, trying to figure out. I'm trying to work my move, trying to get the hell up out of here, because like I'm like, man, look, I gotta be on this bitch good side, however it is, because I don't know what the fuck going on. I don't know how they gonna do me. And I already had heard stories about the Dominican Republic and how niggas be lost in the system out here. So we end up going to court, you feel me, a couple of times, and then they end up letting us go. You feel me? They let me go. So now me thinking like this shit is over with. You feel me? No, it's not over with. They told me they let me out and made me sign paperwork for 6 months. Now the whole time this is how I was stuck out here for a year and some change. Well, a year and 8 months, 9 months, whatever. And they made me sign paperwork. I signed the paperwork. Every month I would have to go every month and sign paperwork, just like how 6ix9ine had to do. I had to come every month physically in face and sign the paperwork. So I'm thinking whenever I'm done with this, like they'll let me go. You feel me? But nope. They did not let me go. You feel me? So now remind you, the whole time that I'm doing is signing paperwork, I'm still trying to be on her good side because it's a baby involved. So like I'm helping her prepare herself for.
Now, this all started with the baby. We still haven't found out. I think maybe he'll tell us. He hasn't told us if this is his baby or not. But check it. Once again, I'm doing the lead attorney thing. Shout to lead. Didn't this brother just say he was in prison hiding it? Now, this all started with him saying that she was pregnant and it could have been his. All this started from him denying it, and she just went bonkers, right? She pregnant. She visited him in jail. He's still hiding it. Remember, he said he paid a few dollars, they allowed him to hit it while he was in jail. He said that. Get out of jail. And he's still talking about a baby involved. Oh, these pookies. Let's bring that back. Let you guys hear that again.
Well, a year and 8 months, 9 months, whatever. And they made me sign paperwork. I signed the paperwork every month. I would have to go every month and sign paperwork, just like how 6ix9ine had to do. I had to come every month physically in face and sign the paperwork. So I'm thinking whenever I'm done with this, like they'll let me go. You feel me? But nope. They did not let me go. You feel me? So now remind you, the whole time that I'm doing is signing paperwork, I'm still trying to be on her good side because it's a baby involved. So like, I'm helping her prepare herself for whenever the baby comes. So now the baby gets here. Now we going to court, but the baby gets here, and shit just started getting weird and left because I'm asking her for like a DNA test. Like, let me get a DNA test, so she feels some type of way. So when it came time for us to go to court, you feel me? She came one time, and then I kept on stressing about the DNA test and how I wanted, and then she never came again. Never came to court no more. Like we stopped talking. I stopped talking to her. Like in the beginning of this year, in January, I just stopped talking to her because I'm like, look, if you're not gonna give me a DNA test, there's no reason. And then plus, I done got comfortable at this point out here in the Dominican Republic. Like, it is what it is. So y'all ask me, how did you get stuck out here? Da 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 da. All right, so as we have in this court case, she's telling me how she's not gonna come to court. She's not doing it. She want me to be stuck out here in the Dominican Republic. She don't care about any of the shit that I got going on, and I deserved it, and because because I really just wanted a DNA test. I wanted a DNA test about this situation with this baby, and I wanted to, stay here. That's the only reason why this shit even like stayed so long, because I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave Dominican Republic knowing that I probably had a baby, and because I was doing music out here, and then like it just didn't make no sense.
He didn't want to leave the Dominican Republic because he wanted to have a baby, because he might have had a baby. He said, I didn't want to leave the DR because I might have a baby in DR, right? But this is the same Pookie that said he got baby mamas back in the States, plural. Didn't he say that earlier? I got baby mamas. Mamas. You can ask my baby mamas in the States. So he was that Pookie mindset. So he's willing to leave the baby mamas in the States, but he don't want to admit that he strung out on this ugly chick that may have had his baby in DR. Where's a daddy when you need one? Fathers, we're calling on you. Some dudes need an uncle, a father, a good older friend. They definitely put a DNA test on you out there. He said, that's how I know he's lying.
It's just leaving the Dominican Republic knowing that I couldn't come back. If I would have left the country like everybody told me to do and go to Haiti and cross just like how 6ix9ine did, then I would have been able to come to this, and then I would have had to deal with Interpol and all of that extra shit. I probably couldn't have went to another country. Just a whole bunch of shit that I just wasn't ready for. All right, so as y'all say, Mason, why you was stuck out here? Because she didn't ever come to court. She never came to court, even whenever they told her to come to court. She just would never come to court at all. They subpoenaed her to come to court. She just didn't show up. Her witnesses showed up. She didn't show up. I came to court every time that I was supposed to came to court, hoping that I had to do this. Now, remind y'all, while I'm going to court, I'm having to pay every single time. I have to pay for a translator because my Spanish wasn't fluent. So I had to have a translator, and I had to pay my lawyer, which would have been like $300 altogether every time I went to court. Now, it used to be when I was going to court, they was doing it like every month. Then it was like every 2 months, and then it came from every 2 months to like a month, and then it went from that to every 2 weeks. So imagine having to pay a lawyer $300 every time you go to court, with them not even knowing if you have a job or anything or not. Now, remind you, I don't work out here in the Dominican Republic. Thank God that I have my own business, and you feel me? Shout out to Motion Club Gaming and Motion Kings. Like, if I didn't have my business, I probably would have folded out this bitch. I probably would have just not being able to do anything coming when it came to just me being out here in the Dominican Republic.
That's him when he finally got out of jail. I'm about to bring the receipts. His attorney took $2,000 and vamped. The first attorney got that $2,000 and vamped. Okay, here's the chick. Here's the chick before he got locked up. This is the chick. Right now, she is pulling on his hair and he's recording it. Y'all want to see what the chick look like? Here we go.
I ain't touch you. I haven't touched you. You got your hands on me. This is what you doing. You putting your hands on me. I've never touched you. I never disrespected you out of your name. And you just choked me, like you just hit me, like why?
You just choked me. You just hit me. She got a handful of his hair. He done went to DR and got him a big girl. Shout out to Quiet Storm. You definitely gonna have to watch the replay of this one. Shout out to Charles Schwab and Fidelity. I got my Fidelity accounts, and I'm Vanguard as well.
Why?
Hey fellas, man, they mad at me. They in my DMs going off, man. Like, these women are mad that I told y'all to get y'all passports. And I don't understand why y'all mad. You know, I mean, obviously you're gonna have your simps out here. Some simps are gonna just simp for the women. They don't really care. The woman drag them along. He gotta constantly compromise all the time for every little thing. And some guys are just cool with that. They're cool with being simps. Some guys don't want to feel like kings. Like, it's what it is. Like, you got the jesters and you got the kings, man. I'm just telling you, get your passport, go overseas, look on the other side of the ocean, and you will be very, very shocked and surprised to what is on the other side of the ocean.
Ideology is that they're escaping the hatred of feminists, women, and are traveling somewhere they can thrive. They believe the ideology that by seeking foreign women, they can find a more authentic, fulfilling, and harmonious relationship. This is seen as a way to restore the natural balance between masculine and feminine energy. This is triggering some women because they think that these men are bros are thriving, and you kind of have to respect it. There's a movement or trend spreading all across the US, encouraging men to go get passports in order to find a high-value marriage material wife. 3 reasons why I think it's actually pretty great. For one, they're seeking traditional values. I think it's great that they want traditional feminine women to build a more authentic, harmonious relationship with. Traditional women value family over having the next best thing. And
there's only one problem with her narrative. She doesn't take into account passport pookies. And we're going to end it right there. She doesn't take into account in her narrative, and I agree with her, a lot of us who are positive dudes that are really good dudes, we're just looking for somebody to love and love us. Or just doesn't have to be married, you know, you just good woman or good women, right? The problem is this. The problem is the passport pookies. These guys are not looking for good women. They don't know how to behave overseas. They don't know how to act like they got some sense. They don't know how to network or anything. We just looked at 2 examples tonight. This young man that sat back and went to prison in DR, and we watched JRello, who's on the run now from DR. He's on the run right now from DR. So at the end of the day, gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, make sure that if you're going to travel out here, act like you got some sense. And most of us do. I'll say 99% of us do it, but it's always that 1% that makes it look bad for the rest of us. Let's get ready to do some outros. We know we got to slow this live stream down so International Quiet Storm can watch the rest of it. He said, when I see passport pookies, he said, I ignore them like I'm stupid. I do too. I won't lie to you. I ignore them too. He said, I could smell debauchery on them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Jay says this. He said he's on the run, and the U.S. and DR has, and I thought about that too, the extradition treaty. I thought about the exact same thing. That's a good point. That's a real good point. Oh, that's a conversation between Tevin and Dave. Shout out to you, gentlemen. Slim says this. He said they're going to have to give JRello and Floyd and Maduro the Maduro treatment. He said, down with the passport pookies. Yes, sir. You guys are absolutely correct, man. Absolutely correct. We do not associate with the passport pookies at all. At all. Great show, Dre. And Will says this with the super chat. He said they are spending that bag for a woman they hardly know. That's another thing, man. Test, and be observant Yes, you got to vet these women, man. He said when they ask for expensive items, I say no. No Colombian dude is spending it like that. And as for Andre, I 100% agree. I'm not spending it like that. You ain't my wife. You aren't part of my life. I am not going to be spending money on you like that. You are absolutely correct. He said, I have to rewatch this. Oh, you guys are going to have fun with the rewatch. I know I'm watching this tomorrow anyway, so I got to watch this one tomorrow. I'll be watching this one while I'm in the gym. Shout out to you guys. Let's get ready to do some of the outros and enjoy some of the new outro videos that we have over the last couple of days. Glad to see you guys here today, and I will be seeing you also mañana.